Welcome to the Johnson Collection, New England Patriots radio broadcasts from 1985 through 2026. It's the 1993 season, and this is game number 1, played September 5th, 1993, at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. It's the New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Here are the legendary voices of the New England Patriots, Gil Santos and Gino Cappelletti.
Patriots Game Day. The pregame show continues with Bob Newmeyer and Tim Fox.
Good afternoon, everybody. I can say good afternoon. We are past the noon hour, 55 minutes to Gil and Gino's kickoff for Game 1, Buffalo Bills, New England Patriots. Tim, we talked about Bill Parcells' game plan of trying to control the ball and not get in a track meet with the Buffalo Bills. Let's look at it from the flip side now. You're Marv Levy, you're coach of the Bills. How are you going to work the New England Patriots today?
Well, I think he's going to work him like any other coach would work a rookie quarterback. I think you can expect to see a lot of pressure up front, a lot of different fronts, and a lot of blitzing on Bledsoe. I mean, they're going to put him to the test right off the back, make sure that he understands his blitz reads, and I think it puts the pressure even more on the running backs somewhat than it does the quarterback, because the running backs are the guys that have to read and pick up that linebacker oftentimes that's shooting the gap. So I think they're going to test him, and they're going to test him early.
Parcells talked this week about is a fine line between being an underdog team in the NFL and being a villain team in the NFL. Clearly the Bills are a villain team in the NFL. They've been Super Bowl busts the last 3 years. Now you're Jim Kelly, now you're Thurman Thomas. People only remember the winner of the Super Bowl. I mean, the Buffalo Bills have a hell of a football team, but yet they seem to have something to prove now. So now you've got New England coming in 2-14. Do you think that on the one hand you got something to prove, on the other hand you got the ragtag Patriots? I mean, how are they going to come out today?
Well, the fact that they've been to 3 Super Bowls and didn't win shows me that they got a good football team. I mean, as a guy that never played in a Super Bowl in 12 years, to get there 3 times in a row is an amazing accomplishment. The fact that they didn't win, I mean, they lost one by a field goal. They got a fine football team, and I think they still have a fine football team, and I think that's quite an accomplishment.
But the Buffalo Bills still are losers in some people's eyes, as ridiculous as it sounds. Teams that win 10, 11 games, that have people like Kelly and Thomas and the terrific receiver and Reed and great defenders, Cornelius Bennett and Darryl Talley at all. People think they're losers, the Buffalo Bills.
Well, I don't know. Those people aren't me. I have a lot of respect for that football team because I think they've got some fine players, and they accomplished a lot of things to get to the Super Bowl all 3 of those years. So I don't think there's any reason whatsoever they can't come back and hopefully do it this year. I mean, the odds are so much against you getting there to begin with. To have gotten there 3 times means to me that they got some good players.
So again, the keys to victory, or at least the keys to making it competitive for the Patriots, can they gain 120 yards on the ground? Can they maintain some semblance of ball control? Can they keep the ball away from Kelly? I got a feeling that's going to be a theme we're going to be talking about a lot this year, but particularly in this game against Buffalo. To me, this is essential for making this a competitive football game.
I think that if you get the running game going, you take the pressure off of Bledsoe. You don't ask him to make a lot of tough decisions, a lot of tough reads. If they're able to move the ball on the ground, they slay 2 dragons here. They keep the ball away from Buffalo, and they keep the ball away from Bledsoe, which, as much as you'd like to think that he's your guy and you want him to win the games for you, really don't. You got to give him time to mature as a quarterback. It's too early to expect him to go in there and get into a shootout with the Buffalo Bills.
Because we're going to be on the air with the post-game show after the ball game, and you can call at 254-1030 and vent your frustrations or give out your accolades or do what you will after the ball game. Gil and Gino are standing by, but we've got a lot more to come. We've got interviews with Drew Bledsoe, with Bill Parcells. Stay tuned. You're listening to the Patriots Game Day pregame show.
Patriots Game Day. The pregame show continues with Bob Newmeyer.
Of course, the eyes will be focused on Bill Parcells in the sidelines, but also on the quarterback of the future, Drew Bledsoe out of Washington State, highly touted, the #1 selection. He's been terrific in preseason. The question is can he continue through the important regular season this year? Fascinating guy, interesting character, and each week on Patriots Game Day, we'll be taking a look at the game through the eyes of Drew Bledsoe. Let's go to WBZ's Alan Siegel and Drew Bledsoe for Quarterback Corner.
All right, Bob, thank you very much indeed. Back here at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York, week #1, the Patriots and the Bills, and I'm in quarterback corner with Drew Bledsoe, and maybe it's safe to say this afternoon that fairy tales do come true and fantasies and all the good stuff, and here you are starting your first game as an NFL quarterback.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's kind of the culmination of a dream I've had since I was real young, so it's a real exciting situation for me.
Are you honestly and truly surprised to be starting this afternoon against the Bills, or did you have it in the back of your mind that you were going to be good enough maybe to get to this position?
Well, I'm not necessarily overly surprised. I think that I felt like I had the physical tools to start, but I just really kind of depended on how fast I'd picked up the offense and picked up the mental side of the game. And once I got into it a little bit, I kind of came to the realization that I was going to be able to pick up enough stuff fast enough that I was going to be able to start early.
What have you done so far in the preseason that has been good? What have you done that has not been so good?
Well, I think I've played well. Once I get to the line of scrimmage, I made reasonably good decisions. I'm seeing things reasonably well as far as the defenses and so on. The main problems I've had are getting the play from the sidelines, getting it called in the huddle and so on, and in a timely fashion, and dealing with the 25 and 40-second clock. So that's been the biggest problem for me so far, and that's the biggest thing I need to work on.
In terms of respect, a lot of the players I've talked to, your teammates, say that they have given it to you immediately. You have earned their respect right away. Has it always been that way with you, no matter what level you've played at?
Not necessarily. I think that you definitely you do have to earn somebody's respect. Especially some of these older guys and so on. Went through that in college and went through it in high school too. Playing both places, both situations, stepping into a starting role as a real young guy, and being in that situation, you have to work extra hard, and work extra hard to keeping your mouth shut too, and earn that respect of the players.
Well, this afternoon you have a very easy task to open up against the defending AFC champion Buffalo Bills, a team that it's been in the Super Bowl, it seems like forever, even though they haven't won it. What have you seen in the films that gives you optimism in terms of being able to do what you want to do, but also gives you cause for concern?
Oh, they're a very, very talented defense. They've got great athletes on defense, but, at the same time, there are always, weaknesses to a defense, and you just have to be able to find them and take advantage of them. And just, really, especially with a team as talented as Buffalo, you can't try and force things on them. You have to take what they give you.
What do they give you?
They leave, some holes in the zone. They, the same thing everybody else does. They just, if they play man coverage, then then we've got some stuff we go to, but, there are holes in the zones, and, they play very sound defense, and they play very safe. They give you the underneath stuff, and they're going to try and tackle you and keep you from making the big gain. So, the big thing against them is we just have to be consistent and, sustain drives, because we're not going to get it on big plays against them.
Well, before we let you go, I have to ask you this question. This week, your coach said that we're not going to find out about you until your mouth is bloodied, you've thrown 5 interceptions, you've been down on the ground and have bells ringing in your head. You would like to avoid that, I would imagine.
I'd love to avoid that situation if at all possible, and I think that, with the guys that I have around me, I'm hopefully going to be able to avoid that situation for quite a while, but if that happens, then we'll just find out how I react.
Well, Drew Bledsoe, congratulations on earning the starting position. Good luck this afternoon against Buffalo, and we look forward to dealing with you as we get on the road here through the NFL season.
Great, thanks a lot.
That's Drew Bledsoe. I'm Alan Siegel in the quarterback corner from Rich Stadium in Buffalo, New York. Bob Newmeyer, back to you.
All right, thanks, Alan Siegel, very much. Tim Fox, you played safety against other rookie quarterbacks in your career as a defender. Do you lick your chops in anticipation of playing against a bright-eyed rookie quarterback?
Well, to be honest with you, a little bit you do, because you know that going into the game that you're gonna try to confuse them, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if Buffalo comes out and tries to disguise their coverages more than they normally would, with the idea that Bledsoe has had a habit of kind of looking at one side of the field and deciding whether or not he wants to throw to that side. If he decides he doesn't want to throw there, he comes back to the other side and lets the ball go without even reading the backside. So I'm sure that's something that they've picked up, and they've tried to devise little wrinkles so that perhaps they can get him in that situation. Obviously, yeah, they're looking forward to it.
So Drew Bledsoe is half of the Patriots marquee, I guess, and Bill Parcells would be the other. When we come back, Gino Cappelletti with new coach Bill Parcells. Stay tuned.
Patriots Game Day, the pregame show continues with the Texaco Haviland Formula 3 Motor Oil Coaches Show. Here's Gino Cappelletti.
Well, thank you, and good morning, everyone. I'm Gino Cappelletti, and time now for the Bill Parcells Coaches Show with Patriots head coach Bill Parcells. Well, Coach, as the late Fred Capicella used to say around the New York racetracks, it is now post time. 28 teams, all even right now, and all looking to get started. The race is on, and I guess if that doesn't get your juices flowing, you shouldn't be in this game.
That's absolutely right. Opening day is always special, Gino, and even though I've been in coaching for 28 years, with a year or two off here and there, it's the same feeling. Everybody is full of optimism this time of year, and you're hopeful you can get off to a good start. And everybody's kind of wondering what their team will have for the 93 season. So you're right. It does get the juices flowing.
Bill, the preseason now completed. Can I ask you, did you get everything done during this preseason that you wanted to, or were there some things that maybe a little bit behind on?
Well, it would have been impossible starting from scratch to get everything done that we wanted to do. But I think one thing that we do have now is I think we have a quarterback in place that is going to be our quarterback if he can stay healthy for a long time. I think Bruce Armstrong coming back, that solidifies the left tackle position. That's going to be helpful. We're relatively healthy. We haven't really got anybody missing the game because of an injury. We haven't lost a key player, knock on wood, in this preseason, so that's good. I think our team's in pretty good physical condition. All of those things are pluses. Now, we're very young. We're starting 3 rookies on offense. We're starting a rookie kicker, and that usually doesn't lend itself to too much success early, but I'm confident that the players are well prepared. I don't know that means that we'll play well, but we've had plenty of time to get ready, and if we're not ready, then it's our fault.
Knowing how you like to run the ball, control the ball, as you have with good success in the past, is it safe to assume that maybe because of Bledsoe's situation, the fact that he got more playing time than you probably anticipated early in the preseason, that you let him throw the ball a little more and sacrificed working on your running game?
Well, I think you have to use the resources available to you, and I think he is a resource, and he's a resource that can throw the ball, so we're going to try to mix it up, but I don't think at the sake of foregoing trying to establish some type of running game. I think the worst thing we could do today is get in a shootout with Buffalo, or spot them a big lead and then have to try to catch up. I mean, things usually will not work out here in Buffalo if that's what happens. Now, if you can keep the game close, take it into the fourth quarter, that type of thing, then you might have a chance to win it.
I noticed in the final preseason game that you were able to pull off a beautifully executed onside kick, and your attitude being what I would expect from you. He says, hey, that's what you're supposed to do, but yet I got to remind you that onside kicks are 95% against.
Well, we'd practiced it. We'd practiced it extensively. Our special teams coaches have a good plan on the onside kick, and I know the statistics, but you just have to get that one you're kicking. You don't have to worry about those other 95 that you're not going to get.
Bill, we also noticed that you played, or it seemed to be playing quite a bit of four-man fronts against Kansas City. We talked a little bit earlier in the campaign about 4-3 and the 3-4. What are the weaknesses and strengths of the 4-3 versus the 3-4?
Well, I don't know. There's relative weaknesses and strengths are determined by the players that are playing in those defenses. I think if you're in a 3-4, you have to have linebackers that can rush the passer these days if you're going to be successful. We're going to use a little bit more of a 4-man line here today against Buffalo. We'll have to play 5 defensive backs some of the time, and when you do that, you have to worry about Buffalo's running game because they will try to attack a nickel defense on the ground. But, that's what you have to do if you want to cover their passing game.
A lot of talk this past week about the Maurice Hurst situation as to just how his status was and what has been happening. How do you see that now?
Well, I've been trying to put that to rest. We're not trading Maurice Hurst. He was an unrestricted free agent. He had 2 choices. He made one. We've continued to talk to Maurice, and you never know. Something might get resolved with that situation, but it's not one where I think it's going to affect him playing, because if it does, then he's not going to be playing.
Looking at another member of the team, a young starter, not a starter, but a young player that you are kind of high on, Ray Crittenden, wide receiver. And just looking at some of his background, I noticed that he went to Virginia on a soccer scholarship, played soccer there. Is it possible, should you have a problem with your kicking situation through an injury during the course of the game, that he might be able to kick the ball?
We haven't asked him if he could do that. I don't think that we intend to. He's a wide receiver. That's where we intend to play him, and he hasn't told us that he could kick off or do anything of that nature, so I wouldn't anticipate seeing him in that role.
Okay, we got the Buffalo Bills coming up in a few hours, and I guess looking at the Buffalo Bills, and of course you've been up against them a few times. Marv Levy, a coach that you beat in the Super Bowl. What's your feelings about going up against this team and this coach?
Well, I think the Bills are a team that have proven over the years that they have a philosophy that works. They've been playing winning football here since 1988 and very successfully. They have, I think, a rare collection of athletes together that have been together for some time. Smith, Bennett, Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Darryl Talley. You don't get guys like that very often in one spot at one time, and they've done that, and they've turned it into a very successful NFL franchise. And until someone beats them out, they're the best team in the AFC.
A good friend of ours, and certainly a guy who's proven himself as a good coach as well, I'm talking about Mike Ditka, was always adamant and vocal about winning the games in your own division, feeling that was of prime importance. And here you are against the Buffalo Bills, a team in your division.
Well, I think not only Mike, but I've always believed that, and also being able to prove you can win on the road is very important in the NFL. And, of course, this is a pretty hot spot to try to come in with a young team to try to win. On the other hand, this is a good time as any for us to kind of plant our feet and stand firm and take on all comers. If we're going to be a good team, we're going to have to do that sometime, and now's as good a time as any.
What really is the problem do you see as far as winning on the road, Bill?
Well, I think the problem was winning in general. I mean, you have to demonstrate that you can make a breakthrough and accomplish some small things, a game here, a game there, before the confidence grows to the point where it becomes an ally. Going on the road can be an ally. I know the teams I had in New York, the worse the environment, the better we were going to play. Down in Washington, we were able to win 6 or 7 in a row down there, and against a top-flight team. And it is just a confidence that you're going to play your best in those situations. Now, this team just has to develop that, but we won't until we make a breakthrough.
Well, you talk about that, and I guess looking at your record, you did have a great success against Washington, and the Eagles, Dallas, and Phoenix as far as teams in your own division, and also on the road. So I understand what you're saying. It just seems like there are some teams, like the 49ers, who have this ability to just rise to the occasion on the road, and I think I understand what you mean, that maybe there's a stimulus there that an opposing team in their home grounds will offer to the team.
Well, I think you can, as a coach, you say, hey, look, it's just going to be close friends and relatives that are rooting for us there, and you can kind of rally your guys up to where they have to pull together just a little harder on the road, or they're not going to be successful. And you know, those are some of the things that you try to talk about. And I'll be talking to the team a little bit about that right before the game.
Bill, I guess you're looking at a situation here with a rookie quarterback. I guess there's always a consensus of opinions from the average fan and everyone that you can expect that a team of veteran talent will blitz a young rookie quarterback right away. You're certainly expecting that.
Without question. I think they'll try it. If they're successful with it, I think we'll see a lot of it. If they're not, I think they'll put it away very quickly, because if we can block the blitz, then that's an opportunity for us to score on one play. And if they see that Drew can handle that, or we can handle it as a team, then I don't think they'll do very much of it.
As far as the rookies are concerned right now, what can they expect to see in the regular season that they may not have seen? Not that they have seen anything in the preseason, but what little changes can you offer the rookies to expect in a game like this to start off the season?
Well, there'll be players will be running faster and hitting a lot harder in the regular season. This is no doubt a step up in tempo, a step up in aggressiveness, a step up in concentration. It's just a different level of football than the preseason. And as you get into contending games later on, the level goes up, and then of course you get into playoff games and it goes up again. And then of course there's the championship games that when it's at a zenith. And so there are little levels that increase as you go along. But this will be a big step for our rookies.
Well, the Bill Parcells I know is going to have one difficult time, I think, knowing that, of course, this is a young team, and you got time to develop this team and try to put it together. But I also know how you detest losing. How are you going to handle these possible setbacks that come up?
Well, first of all, I'm not anticipating that. And secondly, as I said a minute ago, it's time to plant your feet and stand firm and find out what you're going to become for the '93 season, and that goes for the coaches too. So, I'm ready to stand and let's see what happens.
Okay, Coach, thanks again, and best of luck in the season opener. Now, stay tuned for more of the Patriots Game Day Show following these messages.
Patriots Game Day, the pregame show continues with Bob Newmeyer and Tim Fox.
Some quarters now have installed the Buffalo Bills a 14.5-point favorite over the Patriots. Tim, we heard Bill Parcells. What caught your ear in that interview with Gino?
Well, one of the things that caught my ear was that he was saying that he thought that Buffalo, if they were successful at defending the blitz, they would pull out of it very quickly. I don't think so. I think they're going to keep the pressure on Bledsoe for the entire game.
Couple of minutes. When we come back, we're going to chat with Jay Bonfatti from the Associated Press live from Buffalo. He's from Norwood originally, and we'll get these skinny from the Buffalo point of view. We'll be back with more.
Patriots Game, the pregame show continues with Bob Newmeyer and Tim Fox.
We are exactly 25 minutes from kickoff. Let's not waste any time and venture north to Buffalo's Rich Stadium. We have Jay Bonfatti on the line, who works for the Associated Press. He's from Norwood originally, I'm told. And Jay, welcome to WBZ Radio.
Hey, Bob, how you doing?
Great. I mentioned earlier in the show that for some reason, in some fans' eyes, the Buffalo Bills are looked at as losers because of their Super Bowl fiascos of the last 3 years. What's your thought on that, and has any of that stuff permeated the Buffalo air?
Well, definitely you can't fault people for thinking that they're losers. They've lost the last 3 big games, and you're going to be tagged with that kind of label. The funny thing about this team, and it's been this way for as long as they've been any good, is that they thrive on external motivation from sources, doubters really, people that say, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. This team has always been the kind of team that wants to prove those people wrong, and judged on the conversations of the players that I've talked with in camp this year, there's nothing to indicate that has changed. In fact, there's a real sense that they know that nobody wants them to go back to the Super Bowl, and if for no other reason than that, they would just love to do it, just to tick a lot of people off.
Jay, this is Tim Fox. Maybe I'm a thirsty Patriot fan looking for a mirage, but Has there been any speculation in the press up there about Jim Kelly's arm over the last year and preseason this year about his arm being somewhat suspect or a little bit weak?
Well, I think for the most part, the focus has been on Kelly's knee, which took 2 very bad hits last year, including the one that put him out of the Super Bowl. There's also, though, no question about it, that Kelly does not throw like he did when he was with the Houston Gamblers, for instance, or even maybe like he did when he first came to the Bills. But I don't think there's a lot of concern that it's going to be that drastic an impact on his abilities. I heard one of the receivers, I'm not sure, I think it was Andre Reed the other day, saying that they actually thought third-string quarterback Gail Gilbert had the strongest arm of the 3 of them now. So,
well, that's typical for quarterbacks. You know, they always think the second and third-string quarterback's better than the first. So that's not all that unusual, I guess.
Jay, next week you go to Dallas, and of course that I'm sure is the game that everybody in Buffalo is talking about. And so, good fans here in New England are hoping that the Bills players are overlooking today's game and looking for that Super Bowl rematch against the Bills. Any chance of that happening?
Well, the other factor I think in this game, and I haven't seen the papers up there, so I don't know how it's been playing up there, but it's been certainly played here, is that there's a good deal of animosity among some of the veteran Bills towards Bill Parcells. They felt that Bill was a little bit too gloating following the Super Bowl 3 years ago for a guy that just won a game by 1 point by a field goal that missed by 6 feet. There were a lot of people that thought he was a little quick to kick the cadaver, and that has not gone over well among a lot of the veterans up here.
A lot of people like who? You mean like Kelly and Levy? Or name some names.
Well, Marv Levy was asked about it quite specifically, and Marv, who is usually pretty smooth, was a little hemming and a hawing and a little the hand to the mouth a little bit when he tried to say that it was no problem from his standpoint or anything. But I'll name a name, for instance, of former general manager here, Bill Polian, was definitely, I think, a little upset about the way it happened. And I talked with Nate Odoms, the cornerback. He said some things that were not real positive. Cornelius Bennett, another player, who said that there were players had been talking about what Parcells had said after that Super Bowl. So, I think that you're going to find some of the veterans, they're not going to be looking at this as just a doormat team. That's for sure.
I'm sure that has proved to be some good bulletin board material, before every game. And I'm sure it's like this in any NFL locker room. There's a bulletin board in there, and the newspapers are scoured for things that derogatory remarks that the opposing team in which you're playing.
Absolutely.
They're cut out. They're put up on the bulletin board, and I'm sure there's some remarks in the locker room there in regards to Bill Parcells.
That's absolutely true, and as much as the players and the coaches deny that it has any impact at all, in fact, I've heard, here it's countless times, we don't care what other people say, blah, blah, blah. I think it's one of the prime motivators that coaches seem to use in this league.
Yeah, the coaches deny it, and yet they're the ones cutting the articles out of the papers and putting them on the bulletin board.
Absolutely.
Jay, the Buffalo Bills, if you analyze their club, many of the same cast of characters, obviously very explosive offensively. Questions about the offensive line, questions about the linebackers. Are they comfortable they fill those slots?
Well, I think that they're more comfortable at the linebacker situation than they are at the offensive line. I think that they actually feel, by the end of last year, Bailey, who's now gone with the Giants, Carlton Bailey, wasn't even playing every down, wasn't even starting, and Bennett wasn't even, and Shane Conlon was like a one-down player. So if they feel that they're getting Marcus Patton and Mark Maddox in the lineup, they're going to gain a lot of speed. Maybe they'll lose a little run-stopping effectiveness, but they will be a lot faster to pursuit of the ball with those two guys in there.
Jay, excuse me, go ahead.
I was going to say, on the offensive line, they're looking for Fina to step in and be Will Wolford, and that's not going to happen right off the bat. But he's shown some very encouraging development, I think, in training camp, much better than they expected. And, of course, they also have a new center for this game, taking over for Kent Hull, who's still got a couple of weeks to recover from knee surgery.
Jay, one last question, and that is, are the Bills still the darlings of the Buffalo sports fans at all, despite their recent Super Bowl embarrassments?
Well, I think definitely so. People in Buffalo, they're very, it's a very blue-collar town, and they appreciate the work that this team has done to get where they are. They're not real thrilled about being tagged as losers. It's also a very sensitive town about its image. But I think they're still very much proud of the football team.
Thanks, Jay.
No problem. I told my folks down in Silver Beach on the Cape I'd say hi, so let me say hi to them.
All right. Jay Bonfatti, originally from Norwood, now works for the Associated Press in Buffalo, reporting from Rich Stadium, where we'll be going in just a few minutes for the kickoff of Game 1. The Buffalo Bills, Super Bowl bound the last 3 years, big losers at all, but still a powerhouse team with Jim Kelly and Thurman Thomas and Andre Reed, and quite a set of offensive weapons to toss at Bill Parcells. I want to remind you that after the ball game today, Bob Newmeyer, your host, and Tim Fox, yours truly, and Tim will be here taking your calls. You can vent your frustration. You can pass out your accolades, give out a few roses, brickbats, what all. We'll be here letting it all hang out after the ball game today at area code 617-254-1030. We will be here until 6 o'clock taking your phone calls, at which time Upton Bell, Norm Risha, and Bob Lobel will take over these microphones to carry on the conversation. But this should be an interesting year. There's a lot of fascination with Bill Parcells and with Drew Bledsoe, so I say let's let the games begin. Tim, good being with you, and we'll stick around and watch the ball game and chat after the game. Thanks a lot, Tim.
Enjoyed it very much.
All right, for Tim Fox and all of us here at BZ Radio, thanks for tuning in to the Patriots pregame show on game day. We want to remind you that you're listening to WBZ Radio 1030, and we shall be back with Gil Santos and Gino Cappelletti in the New England Patriots Radio Network.
The Johnson Collection.
Patriots Game Day, the pregame show. Brought to you by Shawmut Bank. Know how that pays off. Your New England Ford dealers. Now, let's go to Rich Stadium in Buffalo. Here are Gil Santos and Gino Cappelletti.
Good afternoon from Rich Stadium in Buffalo, New York. This is Gil Santos along with Gino Cappelletti. Welcome to the 1993 National Football League season as the Patriots of Bill Parcells get set to open up against the three-time defending AFC champion Buffalo Bills. It is a beautiful day here in Buffalo for this opening day. Temperature will be around 70 degrees at kickoff. There is a slight breeze, but nothing too bad at this point in time. Some clouds in the sky, but there is no threat of rain. It is going to be just a lovely afternoon for the 80,000 fans who will be here. Once again, another sellout for the Buffalo Bills. Last year was the 6th year in a row that Buffalo led the NFL in attendance, and they probably will do it again this year with this beautiful 80,000-seat stadium located in Orchard Park, New York. In opening up against the Bills, the Patriots face one of their longtime rivals, their oldest rival, really, in the division, along with the New York Jets, as the two of the teams that the Patriots started the American Football League with back in 1960. This is the 67th meeting between the Patriots and the Bills. The Patriots lead the all-time series, 34 wins, 31 losses, 1 tie. Last year, Buffalo won twice, 41-7 at Foxborough and 16-7 here in Buffalo. The last Patriot win over the Bills in 1991, 16-13 at Foxborough. The last time the Patriots beat the Bills in Buffalo, 1987, when they beat them 13-7. The Buffalo Bills are not the three-time AFC defending champions for nothing. They led the American Football Conference in offense last year. They led the conference in stopping the run last year. So this is a very formidable outfit, a veteran team. These guys have been together for a long time. For Bill Parcells, it is the beginning of the Bill Parcells, Drew Bledsoe Patriots era, with a rookie at quarterback, the #1 pick in the National Football League. The first time the Patriots will start the regular season with a rookie starter at quarterback since Jim Plunkett in 1971, a game that I remember well because he beat the Oakland Raiders at Foxborough Stadium on that day. But Gino Cappelletti, it's an exciting day for everyone, for the players, for the coaches, for the fans, for us, for everyone involved. And it's going to be a long and interesting season for this football team. It'll be interesting to see how well they develop under Bill Parcells. But even before we get to that, let's talk about the feelings of the players on opening day. And the Patriots, with so many rookies on their club, with more butterflies than even the regular players have, much more as they look forward to the first game.
Probably more so, Gil, in that so many rookies and so many players playing for the first time. You know, you always look around that locker room, especially on opening day, such as we have here. You look for that little bit of comfort or that security from veterans, guys who have been there. So the more veterans you have in the locker room who have been around a few years and who have experienced many opening days, it offers that comfort to the rookies. So in looking at the Patriots situation, you're talking about starters who are rookies, and with that you lose a little bit of that sense. So a little different for the Patriots in this opening game as opposed to the Buffalo Bill team of experience, many veterans having been to the Super Bowl 3 continuous years. So we're going to have a whole different scenario in each of the 2 locker rooms in preparation of this game.
The Bills come in with a couple of question marks because they've lost a couple of people. Their outstanding offensive tackle Will Wolford left as a free agent and signed with the Indianapolis Colts. So Buffalo will be starting second-year player John Fina at that all-important left tackle spot, protecting the quarterback's blind side. Their outstanding center Kent Hull is injured, so John Davis will be stepping into that position. And they have 2 new inside linebackers, Marcus Patton and Mark Maddox, replacing Shane Conlon and Carlton Bailey. So we'll be getting a different look on defense as well from the Buffalo Bills. The Patriots looking to begin what many people think will be the start of a football team that will be reckoned with before the next couple of years have gone by. The Patriots pregame show continues in a moment on the New England Patriots Radio Network. Back in sun-splashed Buffalo, Rich Stadium, the Patriots and Bills about to open the 93 season. And as we have progressed here in this pregame show, the wind is picking up in pretty good shape now, blowing very strong from left to right, so that, well, could be a factor in the kicking game as this one goes along. Well, Gino, the Buffalo Bills have many, many offensive weapons, very potent offensive weapons, the no-huddle offense, so on and so forth. But really the key guy is the guy who has hurt the Patriots big time over the years, along with everybody else in the National Football League. And a matter of fact, last year, for the 4th year in a row, led the league in rushing and receiving yardage. The first player ever to do it 4 years in a row, Thurman Thomas. He really is the key to this team, isn't he?
He's an outstanding football player, and a lot revolves around his play. He's such a threat on the field in pass receiving as well as rushing. An outstanding player, and he has certainly hurt the Patriots throughout the years. He needs to rush to 18 yards to reach the 1,000-yard mark against the Patriots. It'll be the first team he has to reach 1,000 yards against. He currently has more touchdowns against the Patriots than he has versus any other team, as well as most attempts, 211 in the longest of his career, 80-yard touchdown pass reception, which I recall seeing right here. Just an outstanding player. Overall in his career, he's in his 6th year. He has 16 touchdowns receiving, 35 of them rushing, and he carries into the game a 4.6-yard rushing average. Outstanding. But the guy that backs him up is the other threat that I think is really an unheralded guy for the most part. But those who really watch football and know the game, I talked to Bill Parcells about it as well, is Kenneth Davis. Wears number 23, is in his 8th year, and he carries a almost 4.5-yard rushing average. So you're talking about a couple of guys that are averaging almost 5 yards per carry, and on first down, you know what that does for a team as far as the options that it has in using in 2nd and 3rd down calls. Gives Jim Kelly certainly that much more to operate with when you got guys like that in the backfield. So we're just going to have to keep an eye on those guys, see if the Patriots defense can keep them under control. Jim Kelly, of course, likes to call his team not really the 2-minute drill team, but the up-tempo team. They just do things a little faster than the normal teams. They're able to run their plays in such a manner that they just go by the wayside as far as the huddle is concerned, and they start calling it as they're approaching the line of scrimmage by reading the proper defense. Bill Parcells has been up against the Buffalo Bills before, has had good success against them, and of course the last game being the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay, in which they defeated the Buffalo Bills with that last-minute miss of a field goal, and with that came the retirement of Bill Parcells following that victory. So I think a lot of the Buffalo Bills remember that game, and a lot of them are looking at the fact that Bill Parcells now coaches the Patriots and they might have a little extra incentive as far as what to do in this opening game. Patriots, of course, trying to see exactly where they stack up against this caliber of team, especially their own division. And we talked about that to Coach Parcells, the importance of winning games in your division, because lo and behold, come that final week of the season when teams are jockeying for playoff position, that's the first thing that goes up as far as the measuring yardstick as to how you did in your division. And if you are successful in your division, there's a good chance that you are going to be at the top and a shot at the playoffs, which of course every team is pointing for at this particular point. 28 teams starting off this weekend in hopes of after some 18 weeks will qualify for the playoffs in the NFL and hopefully go on to the Super Bowl. Patriots pregame show continues in a moment on the New England Patriots Radio Network.
There he goes. He's going to go all the way, I believe. Touchdown. Fires it long and deep. Got it. Touchdown. 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 Got it. Touchdown. Touchdown. Whoa!
New England Patriots football is on the air. Today's game is brought to you by Coors Extra Gold, Shawmut Bank, know-how that pays off, Sunoco Food Markets, Wonderland Greyhound Park, the Boston Globe. Have you read the Globe today? Sullivan Tire, New England's tire store. By your New England Ford dealers. Texaco Haviland Formula 3 motor oil. Add more life to your car. Kodak Gold Plus Fill. Make every special moment a Kodak moment. The new Anderson Little. And by Computune Computerized Car Care. This afternoon, the Patriots meet the Buffalo Bills. Now, let's go to Rich Stadium. Here are Gil Santos and Gino Capoletti.
Okay, we're at Rich Stadium in Buffalo for the regular season opener between the Buffalo Bills and the New England Patriots. Good afternoon, everyone. Gino Capoletti along with Gil Santos, ready to bring you the play-by-play of today's opener. Andre Tippett, representing the Patriots as their captain, went out Paul Tails. Tails it was, so the Patriots will receive to start off this game. We're almost ready to go, and here to bring you the game, play-by-play, the voice of the Patriots, Gil Santos.
Thank you, Gino. Great job as usual. The opening kickoff brought to you by Dennis K. Burke Petroleum. Dennis K. Burke, the low-sulfur diesel king. Kicking from left to right, the Buffalo Bills. Steve Christie has it teed up at the 35-yard line, but the wind blows the ball off the tee. As we told you, a strong wind blowing from left to right. It'll be a following wind for Christie. Back deep for the Patriots. Far side, Ray Critton into the near side. Troy Brown, the two Patriot rookie receiver return men. Christie into it, end over end. The 93 season's underway. No one's going to return this one all the way through the end zone with that big wind at his back. And so the Patriot offense will come out at its own 20-yard line to start the season. Offensively for the Patriots, the offensive line, Bruce Armstrong, the left tackle, Eugene Chung, the left guard, Bill Lewis, the center, Todd Rucci, the right guard, Pat Harlow, the right tackle, Marv Cook, the tight end, Vincent Brisby, the rookie, at one wide receiver, Greg McMurtry at the other, Sam Gash, the fullback, Leonard Russell, the running back, Drew Bledsoe, the quarterback. They're out 1st and 10 at their own 20. The backs in a split backfield. Brisby to the far side right, near side left, McMurtry. Bledsoe on 1st and 10. Bledsoe, the gift to Russell to the right side. He's going to be hit and hauled down. Maybe got a yard to the 21, but that would have been it. No further than that for Leonard Russell on 1st down. Coming across the line of scrimmage to make the tackle for the Buffalo Bills, their great linebacker Cornelius Bennett. Also got help from inside linebacker Mark Maddox, who's a third-year player from Northern Michigan. The ball is marked at the 21. It's a gain of a yard. 2nd and 9 Patriots. Now Gash lines up as the fullback with Russell right half. Bledsoe looking at the Buffalo 5-man front on 2nd down and 9 from his own 21. Bledsoe's back to throw. Looks, fires right, and it is incomplete. The ball not even close to being completed. I don't know if Bledsoe misread where Leonard Russell was going to be or Russell went to the wrong spot. But in any event, it's going to be 3rd down and 9 for the Patriots from their own 21-yard line. The ball is on the far hash mark. With the 3rd and long, Gash goes out. Michael Timpson comes in as the 3rd receiver. They'll break the huddle with Brisby to the near side left. McMurtry is to the far side right. Actually, it's not Timpson. It is Ben Coates as an extra tight end. From wide right in motion left comes McMurtry. Back to throw Bledsoe. Flares it near side. It is incomplete. Intended for Marv Cook. 3 downs and out for the Patriots on their first offensive series. And just judging from the first 2 passes that he threw, Gino, I think young Mr. Bledsoe was a little nervous on that opening series.
No question about it. Not a good series in which to start on, but a good series to build on, knowing exactly what went wrong out there. And I'm sure they'll start to correct all these things as the game progresses.
At his 6-yard line, Mike Saxon to punt into the wind. Back deep, Russell Copeland, rookie from Memphis State for Buffalo at his 29. Saxon handles the snap and runs it out. Catches up in the wind, bounces across the 45, and will roll out of bounds at the Buffalo 40-yard line. So that thing really got caught in the wind. And Buffalo has very good field position, 1st and 10, at their own 40-yard line for their first offensive series of the afternoon. Patriots held the ball for only 59 seconds, 14:01 still to play here in the opening quarter. Buffalo will get its first opportunity on offense. And I suspect that they'll be throwing a lot of the no-huddle at the Patriots, especially in this position on the field. They're in a very advantageous field position. Now they're going to mark it at the 45-yard line where they say the ball touched one of the Patriots who was down covering, and that would mean the automatic downing of the ball at that spot. Buffalo's out 1st and 10. 3 wide receivers. The lone running back is Thurman Thomas. He's offset as the right halfback. Back to throw Kelly on 1st down. Looks, goes near side, complete to Thomas, and he's knocked out of bounds on the near side, driven out by defensive back Harlan Barnett at about the Buffalo Bill 48, 49-yard line. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They will mark it right just across the 47 to the 48, so it's a gain of 3, 2nd down and 7 Bills. Brooks to the near side slot. The handoff to Thurman Thomas on a delay across the 50-yard line. Hauled down at the Patriot 45, but probably enough for a 1st down for the Buffalo Bills. Making the tackle for the Patriots was Rod Smith. They're going to mark the ball short of the 45-yard line, so it is not a 1st down. That'll bring up 3rd down and inches for Buffalo at the Patriot 45-yard line. Patriots changing bodies on the fly here. They started out with 5 defensive backs against the Bill offense. Now it's 3rd down and less than a yard for Buffalo at the Patriot 45-yard line. The ball is to the near hash mark. Buffalo going left to right. Carnell Garner, the fullback, off the right wing in motion. Left goes Awalt. The give is to Ken Davis to the left side, and he is up to the line of scrimmage and just across it for a 1st down. Ken Davis, the very, very durable and good backup running back, running for the 1st down to the Patriot 44-yard line. So it is 1st and 10 Buffalo at the Pats 41. Now Kelly will operate out of a shotgun formation. Takes the snap on 1st down. Back to throw. Being holded. Now runs to the right. Now he's going to scramble upfield, and he is going to be chopped down at about the Patriot 41-yard line. Chris Singleton there to make the tackle for the Patriots. And he got help from Brent Williams. As Kelly's receivers apparently were covered, he pulled the ball back.
Yeah, you'd have to say good coverage that time by the Patriots secondary, because the rhythm that the Buffalo Bills are in right now, you'd expect that Kelly would have gone right back and threw the ball, but with the coverage there, he had to pull it down and just get whatever he could.
2nd down and 7 Buffalo. The give comes to Thomas up the middle, slashes across the line of scrimmage down to about the Patriot 35. Tackle is made by Aaron Jones, who is playing a right outside linebacker position. In point of fact, that's the name of the position, but they're using it really as a 4-man front. Going to be 3rd down and about a yard to go for Buffalo at the Patriot 35. Kelly has one lone setback, and that's Thurman Thomas. The give is to Thomas, and he is hit at about the 33-yard line, but enough for a 1st down by Thomas. He started to come up the middle and just took a little juke step to the left to get the 1st down. Vincent Brown was there to make the stop. They're going to mark it at the Patriot 33, 1st down Buffalo. So the Bills quickly in scoring range. They're on the near hash. They break the huddle with Beebe to the near side right. Far side left is Bill Brooks. In the left slot is Andre Reed. The lone setback is Thurman Thomas. Back to throw is Kelly. He looks upfield. Now he pulls it. Doesn't pull the trigger. Now he does. And it's at the 30-yard line. Immediately brought down, but a flag goes down Again, apparently very good coverage by the Patriots secondary, Gino.
Taking away whatever the Buffalo Bills are trying to do in this situation.
Number 51 of the offense, 10 yards, repeat first down.
All right, left guard veteran Jim Richter being called for holding there because the play took so long to develop, and Jim Kelly just not able to find a receiver, just stepping up, inching his way forward towards the line of scrimmage, looking for someone to throw to. He actually had some room to run the football, but decided to throw to his back, who was an outlet man maybe about 4 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And then comes the flag, who Andre Tippett certainly turned around and looked at the Jim Richter and knew that he was holding, glad that the officials caught it.
First down and 20 for Buffalo at the Patriot 43. Back to throw Kelly on first down. Here's the rush. He's going to be hit. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 45-yard line by Ray Agnew. Great push-up field by Agnew, Gino.
Outstanding, and I got to tell you, playing pass all the way. Good defense now by the Patriots. Just to give you an idea how the momentum swings back and forth so fast. That penalty, the good coverage by the Patriots secondary on 2 successive pass plays, and the penalty, and now the sack. You push the Buffalo Bills back to midfield.
They are second down and 30 now from their own 47. The hit give is to Thurman Thomas on a draw. Cutting to the left, he's across midfield and down to the Patriot 48-yard line. Over there quickly to make the tackle before he got any further. Right corner Maurice Hurst came up. Chris Singleton was there with Brent Williams. Buffalo now looking at third down and about 24 yards to go.
You got to feel now that the Buffalo Bills just going to try to go for a bomb of sorts, trying to get it way down into scoring territory, possible first down in field goal territory.
Out of the shotgun, the Buffalo center appeared to move before the ball was snapped as he snapped up into position.
But it won't change the play call, I don't think.
No.
It's just 5 more yards and some 4 acres to go for a first down. So what they'll do is just continue with the same play. I really would expect a go pattern of sorts.
False start, number 74 on the offense. The defense has been warned. He charges through the line again. Then there'll be a foul on the defense. It's a warning on the first one.
The other thing that you might think Buffalo would do in a situation like this, and they've done it well, is run a screen play and just try to get down into field goal territory.
All right, we're looking at third down and 29 for the Bills from their own 47-yard line. Kelly has the slot to the near side with Beebe wide, Reed in the slot, and Brooks wide to the far side left. Back to throw Kelly on third and 29. Goes down the middle with it, and it is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Andre Reed, and also in and out of the hands of the Patriots secondary. They had several people converging back there, and Corwin Brown was nearly able to pick it off.
Right, Gil, and they had 4 defenders around the ball with Andre Reed, so a real tip of the hat to the Patriot defense in this particular series.
Former World Football League punter Chris Moore in to kick for the Bills. Good kicker, stands at his 32. Kicking from left to right with the wind at his back. Back at the 10 for the Patriots is the rookie Troy Brown. Snap is on the money to Moore, and he runs it high in the air. Brown signals fair catch and hauls it in at about his 9-yard line. An excellent punt by Moore, a 45-yard punt. Let's take a timeout with the game scoreless.
Now at the Sears Brand Central Birthday Bash, pay nothing, nada, zilch, zero until next year. Just use your Sears charge this Sunday and Monday only and get what you want today. With no billing, no finance charge, no payments, no nothing until after Christmas. Get to the Sears Brand Central Birthday Bash now. Minimum purchase $200, APR 21%. Minimum finance charge 50 cents, both lower in some states. Regular credit terms apply after January 1st. See store for details.
Chill out this summer with a great Pepsi deal from Sunoco Food Markets. Participating Sunoco Food Markets have regular, diet, caffeine-free Pepsi and Crystal Pepsi in 2-liter bottles for only 99 cents. That's right, only 99 cents for 2 liters of your favorite Pepsi. So stop in your nearby Sunoco Food Market and stock up on Pepsi. 2-liter bottles for only 99 cents. What a deal. Sunoco Food Markets, your 24-hour ticket to convenience. Let's go Sunoco. Let's go Patriots.
After all we've been through together, I thought I knew you. I don't know, maybe the pressure's getting to be too much for you. So I'm putting this Haviland Formula 3 motor oil in your engine. Haviland Formula 3 is designed to give you more complete protection. It'll help you with your engine starts, keep you cleaner and free of deposits, and reduce the threat of thermal breakdown. You can't quit on me now. You're not even paid for yet.
Available at Benny's, VIP Discount Auto, Bradley's, Rich's, and other participating Texaco retailers.
9:46 to go, first quarter, scoreless. Excellent defensive series for the Patriots, Gino. After Buffalo was moving the ball a little bit, the Patriots defense plus that penalty really took control of that line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you're just scared to think of what might have happened had Buffalo been able to continue to move the ball as they did, taking the ball at their own 40 following Saxon's punt. They just marched right down the field, got down to the 31-yard line, and then the penalty just stopped that momentum, and then a big sack by Ray Agnew pushed him back across midfield, and then the Patriot defense really came on strong.
Double tight end offense for the Patriots. Leonard Russell, the lone setback, 1st and 10 at their own 10. Far hash going right to left. From wide right in motion left comes McMurtry. Bledsoe on 1st down. The give is to Russell. Trying to turn it to the outside. He's across the line of scrimmage and drives up to about the 15 or 16-yard line. Leonard Russell taken down on the far side of the field. Drifting over there for Buffalo was linebacker Marcus Patton, the 4th-year player from UCLA, making the tackle on Russell, but not before Leonard got a 6-yard gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Patriots just across their own 15-yard line. I would suspect that we're going to be looking at some smash mouth style of football in this series. The Patriots trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Now they line up with a fullback back into the game. Sam Gash, the fullback. Russell, the tailback in the eye. 2nd down and 4. Slot to the near side left. Bledsoe on the give to Russell. Hits to the right side and drives it out across the 20-yard line. For a 1st down goes Leonard Russell, pounding it hard behind the right side of that offensive line. Pat Harlow and Todd Rucci, and it's a 1st down for the Patriots to their own 21-yard line.
And if you want to play that kind of game, as you referred to, the smash mouth and drive it out of there, you got to keep giving it to the same back continuously, and that's got to be to the liking of a Leonard Russell.
Now Gash lines up as the fullback. Russell offset as the left half. Brisby is to the near side left. McMurtry to the far side right. In motion left comes Russell. They give us to Sam Gash. He pounds it inside, works out a couple of yards, was hit immediately by Bruce Smith, but he spun away from that hit, Gino, and got himself a couple of yards out to about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, once he put Leonard Russell in motion, he had only Sam Gash back there. Gash, the way he runs up, reminds me of, you ever see 2 Rams, the way they butt heads and they go up against one another?
You're right.
It's that last thrust right before they bump each other. That's how he looks to me when he's running into the line.
That's very good. That's very descriptive. I agree with you. Wide to the near side left is Brisby with McMurtry in the slot. The backs in a split. 2nd and 8. Patriots their own 23. Out of the left slot in motion right goes McMurtry. Bledsoe on 2nd down. The give is on a draw to Gash, and this time he's going to be pounded down. Driven back. Maybe to the 24-yard line, and that's it.
Looked to me like he may have taken that a little more inside than he was supposed to. I just saw a little bit of a crease right off a left tackle. He took it over between left guard and left center. And with the draw, had he just slipped outside a little more, I think he had some room.
Ball at the 23, 3rd down and a long 7 for the Patriots. Brisby to the near side left. McMurtry to the far side right. Cook is tight to the right. The backs are in a split. 4-man Buffalo front. Bledsoe on 3rd down and 8. Drops straight back to throw. Here's the rush over the middle. It's complete. Across the 30 and out to the 31-yard line. And very close to a 1st down goes Sam Gash. But this is going to be very close. Darrell Talley made the tackle. They mark it across the 31, and it is not enough for the 1st down.
Boy, that punt team came out so fast. It was surprising that they would make that kind of determination without even measuring, because it is really that close.
Russell Copeland deep for Buffalo at his 27-yard line. Saxon to punt right to left into a strong wind. 4th down, inches for the Patriots, but they're punting out of trouble. Snap is on the money to Saxon, and he runs the punt away. It's a low one. It's going to bounce across the 40, across the 35, still rolling, and will roll dead at around the 30, 31, 32-yard line. A 38-yard punt by Saxon into the wind. We're still scoreless. 6:22 left to play first quarter. Let's take a timeout with a game score. Patriot fans, visit the Charlie Horse Restaurant in West Bridgewater for the chance to become a Patriots honorary captain. Selected before each home game, the honorary captain receives 4 tickets to the game, pre-game brunch, and a chance to be on the field for pre-game warm-ups. The Charlie Horse, official sports restaurant of the New England Patriots. Well, it's 1st and 10 Buffalo at their own 31-yard line. The Bills' second possession of the game. The Patriots have had it twice. Both times the Patriots have had it with poor field position. The first time their own 20, the second time their own 10. Buffalo, their first possession was at their own 45. This time their own 31. Kelly brings him out. 3 receivers. Beebe to the far side left. Reed in the slot. The give comes up the middle to Thurman Thomas, and he is going to be ripped down at about the 33-yard line. Coming right up inside, maybe to the 34. Andre Tippett there for the Patriots. Ray Agnew, Chris Singleton, all in on the tackle. The ball marked at the 34. Buffalo goes the no huddle. It is Brooks to the near side right, Reed in the left side slot. Second down, back to throw. Kelly looks to the left, fires to the left, and it came up short and incomplete. And again, a good pass rush, this time from Aaron Jones from the right side. And Kelly was throwing with Jones right in his teeth. Third down for Buffalo and 7 yards to go from their own 34-yard line.
Well, we're certainly experiencing a fast-moving game here. The Patriots playing a little bit of Buffalo style in their fast approach to the line of scrimmage and calling of the plays.
Out of a shotgun, Kelly on 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Looks, fires to the left, and it is incomplete. Over the outstretched fingertips over on the far side of the field of Bill Brooks, so it's 3 downs and out for Buffalo, and the Bills are forced to punt again.
The Johnson Collection.
Good defensive series once again for the Patriots. Just looking at the Buffalo sidelines, Walt Corey, defensive coordinator, had his defensive end Hansen looking at some Polaroid pictures of the offensive sets and formations of the Patriots.
Chris Moore to punt it away. He does. Booming spiral. Chasing Troy Brown back inside his 10. He hauls it in at the 8. Heads to the right, 15, 20, 25-yard line and cut down at the 25. But Troy Brown returns it out to the 25-yard line with a wind at his back, a 56-yard punt for Chris Moore. With the game scoreless, let's take a timeout on the New England Patriots Radio Network. First and 10 for the Patriots at their own 25-yard line. Ball on the far hash mark. 5:42 left, first quarter, no score here at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, and 2 good defensive series for the Patriots, Gino.
Sure, something Marv Levy's going to have to look at on these 2 series. By the way, Levy's in his 17th season in the NFL. He's 8th year with the Buffalo Bills. He owns an 8-5 record against the Patriots, 5-1 here at Rich Stadium.
Sam Gash, the fullback. Leonard Russell, the tailback in an I formation. Cook is tight to the right. From wide to the right in motion left comes McMurtry. First down for Bledsoe at his own 25. It's Russell to the right. Hit hard but breaks away and spins it out to about the 29-yard line. The first hit was made by Buffalo defensive end Phil Hansen, but Russell with a beautiful spin move broke out of that hit and got it out to the 29-yard line for a gain of 4.
Exactly, Gil. 5 more yards for the Patriots only because of a great individual instinct and effort by Leonard Russell, spinning away from that initial hit at the line of scrimmage and picking up 4.5 yards.
Second down and 6 for the Patriots. Now Bledsoe and Russell exchange a couple of words just before the play is to be snapped, and Bledsoe may be changing the play at the line of scrimmage. He has Russell as his lone setback. Second down 6. The give is to Russell on a draw. Drives people upfield and gets it to the 34-yard line. Bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Patriots as they use Russell on the draw. And the Patriots seem to be getting a pretty good push off that offensive line on the running plays, Gino.
They absolutely are.
Number 70 is eligible. Number 70 is eligible.
Nope.
Calling number
That's Brandon
70.
Moore. Brandon
eligible.
Moore, yeah, offensive
But you're
tackle.
right. They're getting a little push now, but you're getting a bitter running rhythm by Leonard Russell. The more he carries it, I just see him getting better.
3rd down and a yard for the Patriots at their own 34. I formation, Gash, and then Russell. In motion left comes Cook. The give is to Russell. First down, drives it up to the 40-yard line. Leonard Russell, the Patriot 3rd-year running back from Arizona State, hauling those 235 pounds. A good hole opened up for him, and he drove it out to the 40-yard line, and a Patriot first down to keep the drive alive. Moving right to left here in the first quarter, 4 minutes to play, no score. Patriots' 3rd possession of the season. Brisby to the far side right, to the near side left, McMurtry. Gash is the fullback offset right, and Russell the deep back directly behind Bledsoe. Tight end Cook is to the left side. Bledsoe 1st and 10 at his own 40. Buffalo faking blitz. Play action fake. Bledsoe. Here's the blitz. The pass is knocked down at the line of scrimmage. They faked the inside blitz, and they brought a corner blitz with Henry Jones. Or safety blitz, actually.
Actually, the way the Patriots had been playing and looking at their first down calls, you were wondering when they were going to go to throwing on first down. I think in preseason, they kind of tipped off a tendency that they like to throw on first down. And actually, you know, you try to play the percentages. You're going to get the defense that you want. Surprising that Buffalo really came with playing the pass on that play.
Second down and 10 from their own 40. From the left slot in motion right goes McMurtry. Bledsoe on the give to Russell on a delay. Russell gets it up to about the 43-yard line. Several Buffalo Bills converge. Darryl Talley making the tackle for Buffalo, along with Mark Maddox. It's going to bring up a third down for the Patriots from their own 43-yard line. Third and about 7 from their own 43. The ball now on the near hash mark. Bledsoe looks over to the sideline to get the play signaled in, as the Patriots try to keep this drive going here in the first quarter. Ball on the near hash. To the far side right is McMurtry. Near side left is Brisby. The backs are in a split. Russell and Gash. Tight end Cook is to the right, 3rd and 7. Bledsoe looks at a 4-man front. Bledsoe is straight back to throw. Good protection. Over the middle. Complete. First down to Sam Gash out to midfield. He is hauled in by Mark Kelso, but not before he got the first down to the 50-yard line.
Boy, Drew Bledsoe looked for him right away, and his backing up into the pocket, he was reading the defense, and whatever he read indicated to him right away that it was going to be Sam Gash running a circle-in pattern from his backfield position and right over the middle for the quick shot and the first down.
Patriots with their best-looking drive of the game here so far. 2.5 minutes left first quarter. First down call. Russell trying to turn it wide to the right. Needs a block. Turns the corner, and he is picked up and dumped down at the 49-yard line. What a hit by Marcus Patton.
Boy, I'll tell you, what an individual play by Patton, because that was the only possible stoppage of Leonard Russell, picking up at least 8 to 10 yards. Had he got to the outside of Patton or the inside, he definitely would have picked up at least 8 yards. How Patton fought off that block, made the hit, and actually threw Leonard Russell back. A superior individual defensive play.
And Russell is shaken up. He is trying to catch his breath, or is fixing his helmet. He's doing something. Wait a minute. He's adjusting his helmet. Probably got rattled around pretty good. Second down and 9. Patriots in Buffalo territory at the Bills' 49. Gash, the fullback, offset left. Second down and 9. Bledsoe back to throw. They pick up the blitz. He gives ground. It's a screen, and Russell drops it. Oh, mercy. Had a play there, Gino.
Yep.
Had a play there.
Might have been a play where they could have substituted Leonard Russell, not knowing exactly what was wrong. The way he was bending over behind the line of scrimmage in his fullback position, it appeared like maybe there was an equipment problem, or else he could have been just trying to clear up his eyes, too. It's hard to tell, but for him to remain in the game and also in the play, and then to see such an easy pass, a screen pass, being dropped, you wonder if there wasn't something wrong with it.
Third down and 9 at the Buffalo 49-yard line. Double tight end offense for the Patriots. Cook on the right wing. In motion from left to right goes McMurtry on 3rd and 9. Bledsoe's back to throw. Looks. Going to be hit, going to be sacked at the 45-yard line. Just didn't have time that time. Cornelius Bennett made the tackle. That was a coverage sack.
Well, okay, you got Pat Harlow had Cornelius Bennett that time on the right side. He took him to the outside, but Cornelius Bennett just stayed with the pressure and managed to get around Harlow. Came from behind on Drew Bledsoe, and as Drew was just checking to throw the ball, he came and swiped him down from behind.
At the 30-yard line, Mike Saxton to punt. Back deep for Buffalo at his 20 is Russell Copeland. Long count on this fourth down play. Snap is on the money to Saxton, and he runs out a very low punt. Copeland takes it on the fly at the 25, heads to the right, and a shoot-string tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and a terrific play downfield by Chris Gannon. That was only a 31-yard punt by Saxton, who has not been punting well.
No, he's not handling this wind right now.
All right, let's take a timeout with the game scoreless. Today's game is brought to you by Shawmut Bank. Shawmut Bank, proud to be the official bank of the New England Patriots. Shawmut Bank, working with you to understand your needs and help reach your financial goals. First and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at their own 32-yard line with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. We're scoreless so far in Buffalo. Patriot defensive line has Mike Fitz, Tim Goad, and Brent Williams up front. Aaron Jones lines up as the right defensive end now, with Tippett, the left side linebacker. First and 10, Buffalo. The give comes to Thurman Thomas, trying to turn it wide to the left side. He's going to be hemmed in and hauled down at about the 40-yard line, but he still got pretty good yardage out of that. Patriots kept trying to stretch it out. Finally, Chris Singleton got over there with some help from Harlan Barnett. who is playing in the secondary at strong safety for the Patriots.
Excellent pursuit by the Patriot defense that time, Gil. And a lot of times you look where that ball settles down and you see many defenders around the ball.
2nd down and 3. It's a give to Thomas again. This time he's going to be cut down at about the 42. Not before a first down. A misdirection as they came to the right with one step and then back to the left. The Patriots were able to make the play with Brent Williams in on the tackle. It's a first down for the Bills at their own 43-yard line. They're on the far hash trying to go left to right, but they've only got 14 seconds left of this big first quarter wind. Then they'll be going into it. Kelly brings him out on 1st and 10 at his own 43. Slot to the near side right. Back to throw Kelly. Over the middle it goes. Complete to Andre Reed at midfield and tackled. He gets it just over midfield about the Patriot 49-yard line. Rod Smith made the tackle. That's the end of the first quarter. Let's take a timeout with the game scoreless. As we get set to start the second quarter, it's 2nd down and 2 for Buffalo at the Patriot 49. Gino, your thoughts on the first quarter of the Bill Parcells Patriots?
You have to like what you see so far. I'm encouraged by the ground game starting to pick up a little steam as we progress up that first quarter. But kudos for the defense, really, the way they have been causing Jim Kelly and the Buffalo Bills some problems, especially in their passing game. Now, they've been able to get Thurman Thomas loose on a couple of little runs, but they've taken away their passing game so far.
Patriots using a 4-man front and 5 defensive backs. 2nd down and 2, Buffalo. They give us to Thomas to the right. He breaks it across the line of scrimmage and is down across the 45 to the 40-yard line for a first down before Renee Thompson made the tackle on Thomas. Of course, when you're using 5 defensive backs in a 4-man front, you know, what you're giving them is the opportunity to run the ball.
That's exactly what their whole system is all about.
1st down and 10, Buffalo. It's a draw to Thomas again, this time to the left, but this time he is corralled by Ray Agnew, who is so far having a splendid game for the Patriots. And coming up from the defensive secondary was defensive back Adrian White to help out on the tackle at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Now we got Buffalo weather. I can see clouds coming in. Snow is forecast in about an hour, I think.
2nd and 9, Buffalo at the Pats 40-yard line. Back to throw Kelly. The rush fires. The ball is caught on a deflection by Pete Metzlars, the tight end of the Patriot 30-yard line. Metzlars taken down by Chris Singleton, but a first down Buffalo to the Patriot 30-yard line.
But the other thing was that there was a defender right on him, so Jim Kelly is not throwing to wide-open receivers.
1st and 10 Bills. They're on the march to the Patriot 30. It's Thomas up the middle. Thomas breaks it across the line of scrimmage inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. Goes Thurman Thomas, and the Bills now putting together their best drive of the game. Ray Agnew making the tackle for the Pats with Vincent Brown. Gain on the play to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 Bills. At the Pats 21. Beebe to the far side right. Reed in the slot to the near side left. Brooks. Thomas the lone setback. Tight end left. Play action. It's a play action fake, and running with it is Kelly inside the 20-yard line. He faked an end around off play action and then kept the ball and kept going. Now, whether that was intentional or not, I don't know.
I'm looking at Kelly, and he's kind of smiling. Andre Reed, I think, was really supposed to get that. There was a fake up the middle to Thurman Thomas. Andre Reed on the right short flank came flying left. Was supposed to get the handoff. Kelly just took it straight up.
1st and 10 at the Patriot 19. Back to throw. Kelly looks, fires, end zone, intercepted. Incomplete, rather. That should have been, Gino, almost defensive pass interference because Beebe ran right up the back of Renee Thompson.
I mean, offensive.
That's what I said. I meant offensive.
It was close as to what happened. Beebe's looking for a flag, but once again, Patriot defenders on top of the receivers.
2nd down and 10. Buffalo at the Patriot 19. Kelly has the slot to the near side left, checks over the defense. That's maybe showing a blitz. Kelly is checking off. Lone setback is Thomas. The give is to Thurman Thomas. Coming up inside, hurdles across the line of scrimmage down to about the 16-yard line. And Andre Tippett is there to make the tackle. Let's see where they're going to mark it. They will mark it at the 15-yard line, 14-yard line now. So it's going to be 3rd down and 6 for a first down, 14 for a touchdown. Tampa Bay leading Kansas City 3-0 in the early going. 3rd down and 6 here. It's the draw to Thomas. He spins away from one hit, smacks it down inside the line of scrimmage to the 10-yard line. Not enough for a first down, I don't believe. Making the tackle and saving it really was Harlan Barnett. They picked him up from Cleveland along with Mike Pitts. And it is a 4th down for Buffalo, and a field goal attempt coming for Steve Christie. Again, the Patriots defending the play very well against Thomas, who's a slippery runner. The field goal attempt will come from the 18-yard line near hash mark, angled to the right for Steve Christie for a 28-yard field goal attempt. The snap, the ball is down. The kick is up, and the kick is good, and Buffalo scores the first points of the game with 11:39 to go here in the first quarter with a score. Buffalo 3, the Patriots nothing. Let's take a timeout on the New England Patriots Radio Network. The Buffalo Bills last season averaged 368 yards offense per game to lead the AFC. And so far in the first half of this one, Gino, the Patriot defense has really done a very good job. And on that last drive, just held them to the field goal.
Just getting a little bit more acclimated to what Buffalo likes to do, because they're doing their thing right now. This is the way they play. But I like what I see as far as the secondary and the coverage for Jim Kelly throwing the football. There's always someone around the Buffalo receivers.
Christie to kick it off. Far side right is Brown. Now the wind blows the ball off the tee. To the far side right, left rather, is Troy Brown. To the near side right is Ray Crittenden, and back deep. They're at the 5-yard line to receive this kickoff from Steve Christie, with Buffalo leading 3-0, 11:39 to go in the first half. Christie approaches the ball, and it is end over end into the wind and returnable. Coming down to Troy Brown at the 10. Left side, 15, 20. Alley at the 25. On his feet at the 30. Across the 30. Driving all the way out across the 35. Just a terrific kickoff return by Troy Brown. Got it out across the 35-yard line, and the Patriots have their best field position of the afternoon. Drew Bledsoe brings his club out onto the field, and they will take over at their own 38-yard line, trying to go left to right now in the second quarter, but with this very strong wind at their backs for the second quarter, which should also help out the punting game. Bledsoe sends Brisby to the near side right and McMurtry into the slot. Gash the fullback, Russell the tailback in the eye, tight end Cook left, 1st and 10, their own 38. Bledsoe on the give to Russell, comes to the middle, spins, gets it maybe to the 39 or 40-yard line, and is hurled down there. Bruce Smith in on the tackle for the Buffalo Bills. And on the bottom of the pile for Buffalo, nose tackle Jeff Wright, who's a good football player, also winning the stop. They mark it up to the 40-yard line, so it's a gain of 2 for Russell. Now Gash goes out. 2nd down and 8 for the Patriots from their own 40, trying to go left to right, ball near hash. Out they come with Brisby to the far side left, McMurtry into the left side slot. Double tight ends with Cook on the left wing as the tight end. A lone setback Russell on 2nd down and 8. Now Cook comes in motion from left to right. Play action give is to Russell, and flags go down. Flag on the play. Movement along the line of scrimmage. Flags go down. I think this will be against the Patriots, and if it is, it'll be their first penalty of the season.
Before the snap, the right tackle broke his stance. False start. 5 yards. Still 2nd down.
Oh, it's a 5-yard penalty, and it'll be 2nd down and 13 for the Patriots now from just short of their own 35-yard line. Brisby to the far side left, McMurtry to the near side right. Russell and Gash are now split in the backfield. Tight end Cook is right on 2nd and 13. Bledsoe looks over the defense. Bledsoe play action fake. Back to throw. Over the middle it goes. Marv Cook, a diving catch out to the 48-yard line and very close to a 1st down. They're going to mark it near.
Pass is incomplete.
Rule it.
Well, he caught the ball away from us.
I said he was going away from it, but I think he had the ball and then going down, and he might have just, might have used the ground in order to have it bounce back up looking at the replay, but it looked like a super catch.
So it'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Patriots at their own 35. To the near side right, McMurtry. Far side left is Brisby with Timpson in the slot, and Bledsoe out of a shotgun. Buffalo gears it up to come after him. Bledsoe back to throw, stands in the pocket, goes to the right, now starts to run, gets away at the 35. He's at the 40 and hauled down from behind by Cornelius Bennett at the 40-yard line was Drew Bledsoe. 4th down, and the Patriots are forced to punt. Too bad, because that was play before this one would have been a marvelous catch by Cook, and it appeared as though he had it, but when we looked at it in the replay, it did look as though it bounced off the ground. Now the Patriots will punt, but this time with the wind at the back of Mike Saxton, who did not punt well in the first quarter into the wind. He's punting away to rookie Russell Copeland from Memphis State. Copeland back at his 15. Saxton runs it out, Flag goes down. To the right side goes Copeland to the 15, 20, 25, and he is cut down at the 29-yard line. We may have had a roughing.
I'm not sure what they're going to...
A holding call against the Patriots.
Okay, you have one of your wingbacks who are holding, but James Williams came so close to blocking that punt.
Number 30 of the kicking team. That penalty is declined. First down, Buffalo. Timeout.
And, another punt by Saxon that was not too impressive.
Yeah, you're right. All right, we'll take a timeout with a score. Buffalo 3 and the Patriots nothing. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills at their own 30-yard line. Trying to go right to left here in the second quarter. Ball on the far hash mark. Bills leading 3-0 on a 28-yard Steve Christie field goal. So far, the Patriot defense has played quite well. The offense run the ball at times fairly well, at other times not so well. And Drew Bledsoe is having a so-so first game in the National Football League, as one might expect. Buffalo comes out of the huddle. They send Bill Brooks to the far side right. To the near side left is Don Beebe with Andre Reed in the slot and Thurman Thomas, the lone running back. Back to throw Kelly on first down. Going to be hit, gets the ball away. It is intercepted. Picked off by Renee Thompson at the Buffalo 39-yard line. Excellent defensive play by Thompson, cutting in front of the intended receiver for the interception.
Yeah, he was looking for Bill Brooks right there. He hesitated with his first throw, and with that, Renee Thompson was able to get in position, cut in front of that pass intended for Brooks. And Jim Kelly suffers an interception, and I'll tell you what, he's had a tough go of it as far as playing against the Patriots throughout his career. And we'll give you those stats in just a minute, right after this play.
The Patriots in great field position, their best of the day. 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 38. Ball on the near hash. Brisby to the far side left with McMurtry in the slot and a double tight end. Russell the lone setback. Bledsoe on first down at the Buffalo 38-yard line. It's to Leonard Russell off left tackle. Smacks into the line, spins away, gets it down to the 35-yard line. There was no hole at all when he smacked in, then did a 360 and got it up to the 35-yard line, so it's a 3-yard gain for Leonard Russell.
Yeah, Jim Kelly now has thrown 19 interceptions against all the games he's played against the Patriots. He is... along with Marv Levy, 8-5 record against the Patriots in his career, but only 15 touchdown passes, and I can always assure you that quarterbacks always like to throw more touchdowns than interceptions, either in a season or against a certain team.
2nd down and 7, Patriots at the Bills 35. In motion to the left, now back to the right comes Cook. Back to throw goes Bledsoe. Pulls the trigger, and it is incomplete. Intended at the 26-yard line for Greg McMurtry, who appeared to fall down. And the ball went flying incomplete. It'll be 3rd down and 7 at the Buffalo 35-yard line. And even though we've got a pretty good win, this would be a long field goal attempt if they don't move any further than this on this 3rd down play. It would be like a 52-yard kick. Bledsoe huddling them up back at the 45-yard line. They break the huddle. And the noise starts in Buffalo. 3rd and 7 at the Bills 35. Gash the fullback, offset right is Russell. Motion right to left goes McMurtry. And flags will go down. People were moving. It looked like Buffalo charged offside, but let's see if the Patriots induce them to do so.
For the snap, number 69.
They did.
Start. 5 yards. It's still 3rd down.
Well, what that does, Gino, is probably take them out of field goal range if they don't go any further than the 40-yard line or the line of scrimmage, because a field goal now would be a 57-yard shot.
Yeah, the things that, of course, Bill Parcells and his staff want to avoid is hurting and beating yourself. I mean, if you're going to get thrown back or you're going to lose, make the opposition beat you, not yourself.
3rd down and 12 out of a shotgun formation. Drew Bledsoe has 3 receivers to the near side right, takes the snap. Back to throw, looks over the middle, goes over the middle, complete. Inside the 25-yard line to the 23 to Vincent Brisby for a Patriot 1st down, and Bledsoe delivered a strike. The rookie combination, Bledsoe to Brisby, and a Pats 1st down.
Boy, I'll tell you what, he threw that off his back foot, too. He checked a couple of times. That was all arm in getting that ball straight up the middle to Brisby, who ran a square-in pattern. Bledsoe now 3 of 9 and starting to pick up a little steam.
1st and 10, Patriots at the Buffalo 24. To the near side right is Brisby with McMurtry in the slot. Russell the lone setback. Cook is on the right wing. Ben Coates is tight to the left. 1st and 10 Pats. Bills 24. The give to Russell. Leonard to the right side. Haul down. Fumble on the play. Picked up by Cornelius Bennett. Nobody's back there. He's across the 40, 45, 50. Being chased by Coates at the 35. Hit and fumbles again. The ball is on the ground down at the Patriot 25-yard line.
It's like rugby.
So what a turnaround. The Patriots recover the fumble.
Pointing in the wrong direction.
No, Buffalo. He says he pointed in the wrong direction. Thank you.
I guess officials can make mistakes too, but at least he admitted it.
But what a swing in momentum that is, Gino.
Unfortunate for the Patriots. They had something going. Leonard Russell just running off a right tackle. And as he once again just had the ball coughed up so easily, evidently somebody got in there, but it came out from under his wing very easily. The ball bouncing and then picked up by Cornelius Bennett, who was going all the way. He cut in front of Drew Bledsoe, but gaining on him was Ben Coates. And he tried to get away from Coates, and at the same time, as he looked back to see Coates on top of him, he dropped the ball. And then a big mess of players trying to recover it, and Buffalo came up with the recovery.
1st and 10 at the Patriot 25. They give us to Thomas, cutting to the right, now back to the left, and gets it down to about the 22-yard line before he goes down under a sea of white jerseys. Vincent Brown there for the Patriots. Chris Slade, Todd Collins, Tim Goad, all in the tackle. It's a gain of 3. 2nd down and 7 Buffalo at the Pats 22. Thomas the lone setback. Buffalo working without a huddle, of course. 2nd down call comes to Thomas. Shuffles up the middle inside the 15, on his feet to the 10. And it is 1st and goal to go for the Bills. Thurman Thomas. So the Patriots were on the march. They were down inside the Buffalo 25-yard line, but Leonard Russell fumbled the football. Cornelius Bennett picked it up, returned to the Patriots 25, and now the Bills are 1st and goal at the Patriot 10. Kelly on the give to Thomas again. Hit from behind and dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Coming in from the left defensive side for the Patriots to make the tackle was Mike Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal for the Bills at the Pats 10-yard line.
Yeah, here's where the Patriots showed me a lot in preseason, Gil, as far as once the opposition got inside the 20-yard line, they were able to really make a good defensive stand. Let's see if it continues.
6:40 to go here in the first half. 3-0 Bills. Kelly on the give to Thomas, turning wide to the right. He's inside the 5-yard line and down to the 3, where it's going to be 3rd down and goal to go for Buffalo at about the Patriot 3-yard line. Chasing him down was Adrian White to make the tackle. But Buffalo is now, they're going to mark it at the 4. It is 3rd and goal Buffalo at the Patriot 4-yard line. 3rd down and goal to go for the Bills at the Pats 4-yard line.
They'll call a timeout.
All this after the fumble by Russell, and now Buffalo calls for a timeout. Stopping the clock with 6:13 to go in the first half. Let's take a timeout with a score. The Bills 3 and the Patriots nothing. Ross Jewelers, the place to go for beautiful diamonds and quality jewelry. 14-karat gold sold by Graham Waite. Be sure to visit any one of Ross Jewelers' convenient locations throughout New England. 3rd and goal for the Buffalo Bills at the Patriot 4-yard line. Jim Kelly called a timeout to try to decide what his club is going to do down here on 3rd and goal. If they get it close enough, they might even try it on 4th down.
Yeah, I think the timeout call came from the bench. They weren't sure exactly what call to make. It's a key call in the early stages of the ball game. You got 3rd and goal. Thurman Thomas looked like he might have been able to get closer to the goal line, but it's a key call for them, and that's why they took the timeout.
All right, Buffalo. Snaps out of the huddle. Brooks to the far side right. Beebe to the far side left. Reed in the slot. Thomas the lone running back. Tight end is right. 3rd and goal. Kelly to throw. Looks. Fires. Touchdown. Buffalo. Completed on the right side to Bill Brooks.
Yeah, just a simple 5-yard pass. Jim Kelly coming out with that snap from the center and drifting out to the right side, looking at Brooks all the way. Brooks running against Renee Thompson. Just got across the goal line and then turned quickly to the outside. Thompson kind of going with him, covering inside. And just a low pass thrown low and away by Kelly. And the Buffalo Bills come up with the first touchdown of the ball game.
Steve Christie to attempt the extra point. Snap a little high. The ball is down. The kick is up and good. And Buffalo now leads by a score of 10-0. So the Buffalo Bills turn a Patriot mistake into a touchdown. The fumble by Leonard Russell. Just when it appeared as though the Patriots were about to turn a Buffalo mistake into a Patriot touchdown, getting the ball down inside the 25-yard line. Russell fumbled it. Calenius Bennett picked it up, returned it to the Pats 25, and bang, 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 they were in.
Yeah, the Buffalo Bills have at least had a chance to show what a little sustained drive can do for your overall offensive rhythm. The last two drives been lengthy and have come up with scores. And I think that's the one thing that has hurt the Patriots so far in the game. They show little flashes here and there of getting some kind of offense going, but it just sputters after a while, and they can't sustain any one particular drive to really get a rhythm going.
Well, the one thing you have to be careful with the Buffalo Bills is a game can get out of hand very, very quickly against a team with the firepower the Bills have.
Yeah, that's exactly what Coach Parcells doesn't want to have happen here, because he wants to be able to run the football as the Patriots display that they possibly can get some work done and get some things accomplished here by running the football. If the game gets a little bit out of hand score-wise, then it's going to force the Patriots to throw the football and play into the hands of the Buffalo defense.
6:09 to play in the first half. The Bills leading 10-0. Next Sunday, the season opener for the Patriots at home, the home opener, against the Detroit Lions. And I want to remind you, there are only 7,000 tickets remaining for that game. They've already sold 53,000 plus for next Sunday's home opener against the Detroit Lions, with Barry Sanders and that silver stretch offense. Team that likes to throw the ball up the field. Right here, the Patriots, I think it's very important, Gino, the Patriots get some kind of score on the board out of this particular drive.
Well, it's always helpful that if you can come out with a score. You got the wind at your back. We expect a short kickoff. And, of course, Troy Brown gives the opposition willies because he can break one at any one time.
He's back to the far side. The kickoff is a boomer into the wind. Ray Crittenden will take it a yard deep and will touch it down there.
Now that's a surprise by Steve Christie. He showed some real kicking talent right there. He actually punched that ball, was able to get the end over end, and kicked it to the left side away from Troy Brown as well. All this against the wind. So fine talent in the art of place kicking here by Steve Christie.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the New England Patriots radio network.
This is WBZ's Gary LaPierre. Join me and Deb Lawler tomorrow morning and every weekday morning for all the news, traffic, weather information you need to start your day. Only WBZ, Boston.
1st and 10 from their own 20. Turner now the fullback offset left. He gets the call to the right side, is hit at the line of scrimmage and driven back after a gain of maybe a yard to the 21-yard line.
All right, what's happening now, Gil, and it worked the first time that Leonard Russell did it. He spun out of a hit and was able to pick up 4 or 5 yards. But the last couple times he's been using that spinning tactic, he's running right into a mess of people. And here Kevin Turner did the same thing. You got to hit that hole and stay with it. And as Coach Parcells has said many times, just trust the play. Even though it looks like it's not there, stay with it.
2nd down and 8 for the Pats at their own 22. Backs in a split behind Bledsoe on 2nd and 8. Drew is straight back to throw. Steps, going to be hit. Now fires upfield, and it is caught at the 37-yard line. What a great throw by Drew Bledsoe. Outstanding diving catch made by Patriot Greg McMurtry. And I'll tell you what, Bledsoe did a terrific job. Somebody was on his ankles as he just muscled that ball in there.
He also grabbed the ball and cradled it in such a manner that was he going to be sacked, he was going to have a good hold of it and not have a fumble occur. And at the same time, when he saw himself free, he was able to throw the football.
1st and 10 at their own 37. The backs are in an eye behind Bledsoe. Patriots going left to right. Play action fake on 1st down. Looking. Fires it to the left. Complete to Marv Cook across the 40. On his feet to the 45-yard line goes Cook. And a gain of about 8 yards. Up to make the tackle for Buffalo was defensive back Henry Jones, a Pro Bowler last year. And Marcus Patton, who's made a lot of tackles today. I'm sure his mother taught him how to make tackles.
How's that?
She played pro football in a women's pro league in Los Angeles, California, and she was a linebacker. Tackle.
You don't say.
Yes, sir. 2nd down and 2. Patriots at their own 45-yard line. Gash is the fullback. Offset left half is Russell. Frisbee to the far side, to the near side right, McMurtry. The give is to Gash. He has stood up at the line of scrimmage and knocked down. Bruce Smith celebrating. Crowd yelling Bruce. We're hearing a lot of the Drew next week at Foxborough. Ball will be marked at the line of scrimmage. No gain. 3rd down and still 2 for the Patriots.
Number 70 is eligible.
Third and 2 for the Patriots from their own 40-yard line. Brandon Moore checks in as a third tight end. Patriots trying to muscle something out here. They line it up with the 3 tight ends. Cook is on the right wing. Gash the fullback, Russell the tailback, 3rd and 2. Bledsoe looks at a 9-man Buffalo front. The give is to Russell to the left, and he is smacked at about the 46-yard line. I don't know if he made it or not. I don't think so.
Well, if he did, it was because of an extra surge by going underneath, the old submarine style of running. Once you take that hit and you have a yard to pick up, you just get as low as you can and just keep driving. And I think...
no,
close.
sir. No. Don't think so, Gino. They mark it at the 46. 4th down and inches, and the Patriots are going to go for it. With 3:28 to go in the first half. They're going to go on 4th and inches at their own 46. So Bill Parcells showing some moxie here in the early going.
Either that or try to draw them offside with a count for cadence.
Buffalo again puts 9 men up on the line of scrimmage, and now Bledsoe turns and calls timeout.
Let's see what Bill Parcells' reaction is to that.
Timeout, New England.
Well, if he is indeed going to go for it, that is showing a lot of faith in his offensive line and his offensive people. And I guess, Gino, if they do attempt to go for it instead of trying to draw them off, what it does is show the people on the field, the offensive linemen and the players on offense, that he has confidence in them to make big plays at big situations. And if they do make it, that's going to be a tremendous boost to their morale.
Yeah, but I'm not too sure of this because you don't want to go down 17-0, giving them great field position. I'm not too sure that they weren't going to get over the line and maybe try to use a long count, see if they could get Buffalo to jump offside and get a penalty and get the first down that way. And then if not, just let their time run out and then punt the football if you have to. But the fact that he called timeout looking at the defense indicates somewhat that they were going to actually go for it.
Well, we're looking at 4th down and a yard. The ball is at the Buffalo 46-yard line. They have to get it just across the 47. Out they come. 3 tight ends out there. Gash the fullback. Offset left half is Russell. Buffalo with an 8-man front. Bledsoe on 4th down and 1. The give is to no one. It's a play-action fake. Pass is complete left sideline to Ben Coates. Down the sideline at the 40, 35, 30. Ben is going to break it all the way. Touchdown.
What a call.
What a call by the New England Patriots. Drew Bledsoe's first National Football League touchdown.
What a call.
On 4th and 1 at their own 46. Play action fake. He hit Ben Coates wide open on the left sideline. He broke a tackle and boom, Big Ben was gone.
And I'll tell you what, he was open. Nice play action off the left side, and then Drew Bledsoe just rolled back after making the fake to the back going up in there, and he had Ben Coates on a little left slant on the outside, but Ben Coates then did a great job of shedding off one hit right at about the 40-yard line. A poor tackle attempt, but at the same time, his big size and his speed, he was able to throw the tackler off, and down the sidelines he went.
And the extra point is good by Scott Sisson, and so the Patriots come up big time with a big play in a big situation, Gino. 4th and 1 at their own 46. Play action turns into a 54-yard touchdown pass from Drew Bledsoe to Ben Coates. My goodness.
That'll get your attention.
Yeah, and
I'll tell you, Bill Parcells is one that he knows that he has a certain length of time to develop a team and get them ready to compete. Not compete, like he said, I'm not here to get a team to compete. He wants to win right now, and he's going to do the things that he has to do to win, even if he's outmanned or he's outgunned or he's looking like things aren't going his way. He's going to try to do things that'll let them have the players get in position to win games. And these are the kind of things that you do. But if you want to look at the other side of the page now, that say this play for some reason did not work, you're giving Buffalo the ball at midfield, and certainly another score looked like it was going to take place if that be the case, and you might have put the game out of reach at halftime. So a big gamble on Bill Parcells' part, but paid off.
All right, to kick it off, Scott Sisson to the far side. Right is Russell Copeland. To the near side left is Kenneth Davis. Sisson's kickoff end over end, and it will travel way back into the back of the end zone. Automatic touchback. The Bills will come out to their own 20-yard line. I think people also had to be impressed, Gino, with the speed of Big Ben Coates as he hauled that 6'5", 245-pound frame of his down that left sideline. He was pulling away from people.
A lot of athletic ability, and as you pointed out, for a big guy, he can really motor. He has great speed, and I'll tell you, great running ability as well. And what we have right now is a stunned Buffalo team and a stunned stadium.
Yes, indeed. It is a 1st and 10, Buffalo from their own 20-yard line. Thomas the lone setback. Kelly back to throw on first down. Looks, flares it to the left, complete to Thomas. Fumble on the play. Ball on the ground. Going to be ruled an incompleted pass. And making the tackle was Aaron Jones on Thurman Thomas. He threw him to the ground, but I don't think Jones knew that Thomas didn't have the ball. It was a little flare to the left side. I thought Thomas had it long enough or close to long enough to maybe consider it a fumble, but it was not. That'll be 2nd and 10. Bledsoe started the game slowly. He had been, 3 for 9. He's now 6 for 12 with 109 yards and 1 touchdown. 2nd down and 10, Buffalo in their own 20 out of a shotgun formation. Kelly, Thomas the lone setback. Back to throw Kelly. Over the middle it goes. Complete to Pete Metzlars at the 30 and out to the 32, 33-yard line goes the tight end, Pete Metzlars. First down, Buffalo, 12, 13-yard gain on the pass to the tight end. Buffalo goes without the huddle. Beebe to the far side right, and Reed is in the right side slot. To the near side left is Brooks. Kelly out of a shotgun. Takes the direct snap. He's back to throw. He fires to the near side. Caught by Brooks up at the 41, 42-yard line, close to a first down. So Kelly, who was a master at the 2-minute drill, is trying to move his club upfield quickly here to see if they can get another score on the board before the half comes to a close.
That's too bad, because it looked like Maurice Hurst was going to get there in time to knock that ball down. Whether he slipped at the last second or not, I don't know.
Kenneth Davis now the lone setback, and he is actually sitting on the left wing. Kelly, the only guy in the backfield, takes the snap. Over the middle it goes, and caught at about the 47 or 48-yard line by Andre Reed, with Rod Smith making the tackle. We're going to come down to the 2-minute warning before they get another playoff. So we are at the 2-minute warning with a score. Buffalo 10, the Patriots 7. Let's take a timeout on the New England Patriots Radio Network. All righty, 2 minutes to go in the first half. The Buffalo Bills lead 10-7. We had an awful lot of excitement here in the booth anyway a few minutes ago when the Patriots, on 4th and 1 from their own 46-yard line, did play action, and Drew Bledsoe threw his first NFL touchdown pass to Ben Coates to make it a 10-7 game. Patriots have been extremely competitive here in the first half of this one. The Bills right now are looking at 2nd down and 5 from their own 47-yard line. They come out of the huddle with Bill Brooks wide to the near side left, Don Beebe to the far side right, and Andre Reed in the slot. The lone running back is Thurman Thomas. Kelly is a blitz, fires to the left, and it is incomplete. Had a blitz coming from the right side by Adrian White. Safety blitz with no holes barred. And Kelly just immediately unleashed that football to avoid getting sacked for a loss.
Well, you didn't get the right reaction from the receiver, though. He's supposed to see that, and then it's sighted just.
3rd down and 5. Buffalo at their own 47. Kelly again out of a shotgun. Takes the snap. Back to throw. Looking up. Here's the rush. He avoids it. Runs to the right. Pump fakes. 45, 50. Slides down across midfield. And just enough for a Buffalo first down. Big play by Jim Kelly.
Yeah, he had run in mind all the way once he broke out of that pocket. Of course, the veteran quarterback knew exactly where he had to get the first down.
1st and 10, Buffalo at the Patriots 48. Kelly again out of a shotgun. Slot to the near side left. Inside handoff. Thurman Thomas breaks it to the outside at the 45, and down to the Patriot 40-yard line goes Thurman Thomas before Renee Thompson, Brent Williams converge to make the tackle. And off the bottom of the pile for the Patriots is Andre Tippett. Ball marked at the Pats' 41-yard line. 2nd down and 3, Buffalo. Time remaining 1 minute and 10 to go in the first half. Kelly taking him on a 2-minute drill. Takes the direct snap. Back to throw. Looks. Over the middle it goes. It is caught on a crossing pattern by Andre Reed. On his feet at the 20. Breaks a tackle inside the 15. He's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. He broke 3 or 4 tackles on that touchdown pass from Jim Kelly.
Absolutely one of the finest runs with the football after catching a pass that I've ever seen.
Beautiful play by Andre Reed. 41-yard touchdown pass from Kelly to Reed. And he just broke numerous tackles to go in for the score.
Absolutely incredible. The tackles that he broke running a crossing pattern, a square in from the right side.
he had guys in front of him and back of him and all on the side of him. They all were taking, looked like he was going down 3 times. How he maintained his balance, I'll never know.
Christie to attempt the extra point. The kick is up and good, and now Buffalo leads 17-7 with 56 seconds left in the first half. And I know that Bill Parcells was not happy at that at all. There's 1 broken tackle, 2 broken tackles, 3 broken tackles. Then he gets in a pile of guys, 4 broken tackles. He broke 4 tackles at the 15-yard line and went in for the touchdown. Well, the Patriots had pulled it within 3 at 10-7, but Jim Kelly, a master at the 2-minute drill, drove his team 80 yards and did it in 2 minutes and 7 seconds to get them up 17-7.
Yeah, we're seeing some fine individual efforts by some key players here in today's ball game. Ben Coates broke a big tackle in his dash for a touchdown of 54 yards to give the Patriots their only touchdown in the first half. And now we see this remarkable play by Andre Reed with a pass reception from Jim Kelly, a pass of maybe 15 to 18 yards, and then breaking numerous tackles, losing his balance, then maintaining it, staying upright all the way, and then going in for a score, because keeping him out of the end zone was really the key for the Patriot defense, maybe forcing him to kick a field goal. So when you get those quickies like that, it really helps your offense.
Steve Christie to kick off. Far side is Troy Brown. Near side is Ray Crittenden. Very short, fat kickoff. And a fair catch signaled and taken by Ben Coates at the 25-yard line. That was the smart thing to do because Brown was 20 yards behind where the football came down. He never would have caught up to it in time. The Patriots will be 1st and 10 at their own 25 with 53 seconds left in the first half. Now trailing 17-7. Bledsoe in this his NFL debut is 6 for 12, 109 yards, and 1 touchdown. Out they come using 3 wide receivers. Michael Timpson in the right side slot, McMurtry wide with Brisby wide to the left. And now Bledsoe moves Timpson over into the left slot. Bledsoe will work out of a shotgun, 1st and 10 at their own 25. Bledsoe calling signals. Takes the direct snap. Back to throw over the middle. Batted in the air and incomplete. Hit at the line of scrimmage by someone, and I think it was Jeff Wright.
You're right, 91.
It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Patriots from their own 25-yard line.
That was about the 3rd deflection I've seen coming from the line of scrimmage. Drew Bledsoe, of course, as he goes along here, he's going to have to learn that those defenders, even though they have not made penetration, they are schooled to get that hands up in the air when the quarterback's about to throw.
On 2nd down and 10 out of their own 25 with 49 seconds to go in the half. Bledsoe again out of a shotgun. Straight back. Here's the rush. Fires a screen. Complete on the left to Russell. He's at the 25, 30, and out to the 35-yard line. And the 1st down goes Leonard Russell. Patriots not stopping the clock here, which kind of surprises me, as they've moved up to their own 35. Clock running with 33 seconds left in the half. They have 2 timeouts left. Bledsoe again out of the shotgun formation, working on a 2-minute drill. Down to 25 seconds left in the half. And right tackle Pat Harlow moved before the ball was snapped. They'll move them back to the 30-yard line.
Before the snap, false start on the offense. Number 85 and 77. 5 yards. It's still 1st down.
1st down and 15 for the Patriots from their own 30-yard line with only 24 seconds now left in the first half. Of course, Bledsoe would love to get them upfield and get some other kind of score on the board to make this thing a little more manageable at halftime. He's got slots to both sides of the field. Timpson in the left side slot, Cook in the right side slot. Direct snap to Bledsoe. Here's the rush. He's going to be running to the left. Going to head for the sidelines and try to run out of bounds, and he does at the 30-yard line, stopping the clock with 17 seconds remaining in the first half. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 15 from their own 30-yard line. Oh, with Bledsoe running out of bounds, that stops the clock at 17 seconds left in the first half. The best the Buffalo offense has done was that last drive that went 80 yards. Other than that, the Patriots have done a pretty good job against this high-powered offense. 2nd down, 15 from their own 30. Bledsoe out of a shotgun, has Russell in the backfield with him. 3 receivers to the near side right. Bledsoe, high snap. Ball is going to be bouncing down and going to be downed by Bledsoe back at his 7-yard line.
Now you'll get the Buffalo Bills calling a timeout.
Absolutely. The Bills will call a timeout, stopping the clock. The Patriots have the ball at their own 8-yard line.
Timeout.
It's going to be
their second.
A third down.
30-second timeout.
Several hundred miles. Third down and, let's see, 40. The ball is at the 8. 46. Going to be 3rd and 38.
Now they can call another timeout after this play, and they'll force the Patriots to punt the football.
The only other option is to take a safety.
Well, I know, but with the score being 17-7 at this stage, I don't think.
Or rather than give up a possible block.
Well, I don't think they're going to be concerned about the block. You're punting with the wind, so you can just make sure you protect and then kick it out of there. But it will give the Buffalo Bills field position somewhere around the 50 anyway. But Bill Lewis, a left-handed snapper, which I didn't know, and he's in the shotgun formation, and he has to, snap it back left-handed, but that one got away from him as it sailed over Drew Bledsoe's head, who's 6'5", so that he sailed a good one. Yeah.
It was up there.
But Bledsoe knew exactly what to do, is go back and maintain possession of that ball and down it. A lot of rookie young quarterbacks might have been inclined to try to pick it up and make a play when there is no play and suffer even greater consequences.
3rd down and 38 from their own 8-yard line after a bad snap. Bledsoe up under the center. The handoff comes to Sam Gash, heading to the left, turning outside at the 15, and he is chased out of bounds on the far side at the 20.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have run out of bounds.
No, with 7 seconds left, chased out by Mickey Washington, a former Patriot, on the far side. Now Buffalo brings in its punt return unit, and Mike Saxon will be forced to punt with 7 seconds remaining in the half. And back deep is the Buffalo rookie, Russell Copeland, who is a 4th-round draft pick from Memphis State. Talking to some of the Buffalo people, they think he's going to be a heck of a player. Copeland standing at about the 49. Saxon will handle the snap at his 7. Handles it. Here's the rush. He gets it away. Bad punt off the side of his foot, but it's going to go bouncing across the 40-yard line, across the 35, and roll down and dead out of bounds at around the Buffalo 20-yard line. And that's the end of the first half. So the first half comes to a close here in Buffalo. The Bills, after a scoreless first quarter, drew first blood. A 28-yard Christie field goal with 11:39 to go in the second quarter, made it 3-0. Then Jim Kelly to Bill Brooks, a 4-yard touchdown with 6:09 to play, made it 10-0. Back came the Patriots on a gutsy call, 4th and a yard from their own 46. Drew Bledsoe in play action threw a 54-yard touchdown pass to Ben Coates. That came with 3:03 to go in the half to make it 10-7. But then Buffalo, with only 56 seconds left in the half, got another touchdown. Kelly to Andre Reed, who just made a spectacular play, breaking at least 4 tackles en route to the touchdown. And that's the way we stand at the half. Let's take a timeout with a score. The Buffalo Bills 17 and the Patriots 7.
Okay, once again, Rich Stadium, Buffalo, New York, Orchard Park, New York, excuse me. And the Buffalo Bills on top at the half here, 17-7. Very, very strange game as we watched the two teams kind of flounder back and forth in the first quarter, and then it all broke loose here as the Buffalo Bills got a 28-yard field goal early in the second quarter to go ahead 3-0, and then went on top 10-0 with a Jim Kelly to Billy Brooks touchdown pass of 4 yards. And then the Patriots on 4th and inches at midfield, gambling late in the first half, pull off a real surprise as Drew Bledsoe faked the handoff to Sam Gash going off left tackle, lobbed a little short pass to Ben Coates. At midfield, Ben Coates broke a tackle, and up the sidelines he goes for 54 yards and a touchdown, narrowing the gap to 10-7, and that was with just under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Back come the Buffalo Bills with their vaunted offense and passing attack, moving into midfield position once again, and then Andre Reed just putting on a superlative performance. A pass receiver who broke 4 tackles en route to 41 yards, and a touchdown by the Buffalo Bills with less than a minute to go, giving the Buffalo Bills a 17-7 lead. We've seen fumbles, we've seen recovering of fumbles, running long distances with those fumbles and then turning it back to the opposition. All kinds of antics taking place here in the first half. Now let's go to Tom Cuddy for the scoreboard update.
Thank you very much, Gino. These are the halftime scores and 2 second-quarter scores. In Milwaukee, the Green Bay Packers have a 19-6 halftime lead over the Los Angeles Rams. Green Bay led 9-3 after one quarter. The big play, a 50-yard touchdown pass from Brent Favre to Sterling Sharp, and then Favre hits Mark Clayton from 3 to make it 19-6 at the half. It's 19-6 Green Bay over the Rams at the halftime. In Kansas City, in Tampa Bay, Joe Montana's coming out party, very successful right now for Montana. It's Kansas City 17, Tampa Bay 3. In the first quarter, Joe Montana was 7 for 7 for 64 yards, no touchdowns, but the Bucks led 3-0. In the second quarter, Montana hit Willie Davis, and then he hit J.J. Burden with long touchdown passes. It is now 17-3, Kansas City over Tampa Bay at the half. Also at the half, it is Miami 10, the Indianapolis Colts 7 in Indianapolis. They were tied at 7 after one quarter. Colts scoring a Rodney Culver 56-yard punt return. Miami countered with a Dan Marino to Keith Byers 40-yard pass. It was Marino's 291st NFL touchdown. It is Miami 7, the Colts Miami 10, the Colts 7 at the half. Also at the half, it's the Philadelphia Eagles 14, the Phoenix Cardinals 3. Eagles led 7-0 after one quarter on a Heath Sherman 1-yard run. It has not been an exciting game. Once again, Eagles 14, Cardinals 3. And a big game in New York, Denver 13, New York Jets 6 at the half. Denver led 6-0 after one quarter on 2 Jason Elam field goals. Not very exciting. Then they were tied at 6. John Elway hit Cedric Tillman from 6. It is 13-6, Denver over the Jets. San Francisco 17, Pittsburgh 3. Steve Young, 2 touchdown passes to Jerry Rice. 17-3, San Francisco over Pittsburgh. Cincinnati 14, Cleveland 14 at the half. The Bengals led 14-0 in the first quarter. And Detroit is all over Atlanta. Detroit 24, Atlanta nothing. Detroit led 10-0 after one quarter. Barry Sanders from 26 and a George Jameson field goal. Once again, it is Detroit 24, Atlanta no score. And those are the halftime scores. My name is Tom Cuddy. It is 17-7, the Buffalo Bills over the Patriots in Buffalo. This is the New England Patriots Radio Network.
The Johnson Collection.
The Bills return this kickoff. Back at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, Gil Santos along with Gino Cappelletti. We're set to start the second half. Patriots trail it 17-7. Pats will be kicking off to start this second half with Scott Sisson kicking from left to right. The Patriots will have the wind at their backs in the third quarter.
Please reset the clock to 15 minutes. Set the clock.
Back deep for Buffalo to the near side is Ken Davis. To the far side, Russell Copeland. And the second half kickoff is brought to you by Dennis K. Burke Petroleum. Dennis K. Burke, the low sulfur diesel king. Sisson into it end over end and not returnable at all. This thing is sailing to the back line of the end zone once again. And so the Buffalo Bills will come out 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line to start this first possession of the second half. And it was from here, Gino, that Buffalo went on that drive that ended up in that marvelous play by Andre Reed for the touchdown.
Right. They drove some 80 yards for that score as well. But looking at Scott Sisson kicking off like this, even though it's with the wind, shows real good leg strength, and I guess that's the reason they did keep him over Charlie Bauman, a stronger leg, and he displayed it here.
Buffalo out of a shotgun formation. Kelly was 8 for 15 in the first half, 93 yards. The gift to Thurman Thomas to the right side. Pounds it out a couple of yards to the 22, and that is it. There was Brent Williams to make the tackle for the Patriots. It'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for Buffalo from their own 22. The Bills had 100 yards rushing in the first half. The Patriots 59. The Bills 83 yards passing. The Patriots 112. Bledsoe was 7 of 14, 118 yards. 2nd down play. Kelly back to throw. Near side. Batted away. Nice play by Maurice Hurst on the near side at the 31-yard line, intended for Don Beebe. And Hurst came up hard to bat the ball away with the left hand.
Good play by Maurice because the timing was there between the passer and receiver. Beebe running the quick out at about 10 yards or just beyond the first down marker. Jim Kelly in his proper rhythm setting up and throwing at precisely the right time. But Maurice Hurst coming at the last second to deflect that ball right out of Beebe's hands.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8 for Buffalo at their own 22. They've got Brooks to the far side right. Reed in the near side slot with Beebe wide to the near side. Lone setback Thomas. Back to throw Kelly. Fires it over the middle, and it is batted around and incomplete. 4th down, and Buffalo forced to punt into the wind, Gino.
Right.
For the first time in the game.
Good defensive stand by the Patriots coming out in the second half. You know, you always look at different changes as far as what teams are doing once they come out after their second half locker room stints with their coaches.
Standing at his 7-yard line, Chris Moore to punt away to Troy Brown back at his 37 for the Patriots. Moore punting right to left into the wind. Gets it away, and the wind is holding it up. Brown will field it at his 42, and bang, he slips away from the hit. Unbelievable. Then was brought down at the 39-yard line. Careening downfield for the Buffalo Bills, a 43-yard punt by Moore into the wind. But careening downfield was Carwell Gardner, who hit Brown at the 40, and somehow Brown miraculously maintained his feet. And then as he tried to turn and head upfield, Carwell Gardner got back up and tackled him.
Got up from behind and made the tackle, so a good special teams play and a pretty good punt against the wind.
1st and 10, Patriots at their own 39. It is McMurtry to the far side left, Brisby to the near side right. Gash the fullback offset right. Russell the deep back behind Bledsoe on first down. Play action fake, bootlegging right. It's a screen. It's complete to Sam Gash. Out to the 45-yard line goes Gash. And a gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play, maybe close to 6. Brought down on the near side by Henry Jones. And it'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Patriots on the gain of 6 yards. They mark it to the 45-yard line. Patriots have to go to their own 49 to get a first down.
Gash is the leading receiver so far.
Yeah, that was his, third catch?
Third reception.
Ball in the near hash. Pats going left to right. Now Gash lines up directly behind Bledsoe as the fullback. Russell the tailback in the eye. 2nd and 4. Bledsoe on 2nd down. The give is to Russell on a draw. Trying to drive the pile upfield. He gets it across the line of scrimmage and up to about the 48-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for the Patriots from their own 48. Over to make the tackle for Buffalo, linebacker Marvcus Patton. On the gain of 3 by Leonard Russell, it'll be 3rd down and a yard to go.
Number 70 is eligible. Number 70.
Patriots check in Brandon Moore, an offensive tackle as the 3rd tight end, going with the power formation. 3rd down and 1 from their own 48-yard line. Buffalo puts 7 men up on the line of scrimmage. Off the right wing in motion, left goes Cook on 3rd and 1. The give is to Sam Gash to the left side. He drives it for a first down to the 50-yard line. Gash sliding along the line of scrimmage, broke one tackle and then just drove it straight ahead to midfield for the first down. And Sam Gash has had a very good ball game.
He's the kind of guy that he just keeps coming at you. Now that particular play there, a slant to the left side, hit a stone wall at the line of scrimmage, but he just kept sliding to the outside till he found a little bit of room and then forced his way forward to pick up the first down.
To the far side left is Brisby. To the near side right is McMurtry. And Buffalo is forced to call a timeout because they've got too many people.
Because they got 12 guys on the field.
And Bruce Smith has come over to the sideline complaining of something. I don't know if he's injured or what. Well, we're going to take a timeout here with the score. Buffalo 17 and the Patriots 7. Back at Rich Stadium in Buffalo, 12.5 minutes left third quarter, 17-7 the Bills. They just had to call a timeout to get Bruce Smith off the field. He is being worked on feverishly on the near sideline, sitting down on the bench. We don't know what is wrong with him. We'll find out as soon as we can.
Appears to be. There we go.
Always put the microphone in front of you.
Works,
yeah, there you go. All right, we'll check that in a second. 1st and 10, Patriots from midfield. Bledsoe has Gash the fullback. Offset left half is Russell. Brisby to the far side. The give comes to no one. Play action fake. Bledsoe lets it go long and deep left side, and it is incomplete. And did a flag go down or not?
No.
Okay.
Anyway, looking at Bruce Smith, it appears like the attention he's getting is somewhere in the vicinity of the shoulder, the right shoulder, or the collarbone. The attendant there puts his hands underneath the shoulder pads and tries to slide it and tries to find the area that he's complaining about, but it appears to be either a shoulder or collarbone problem.
Now a 2 tight end offense with Russell the lone setback. 2nd and 10 from midfield for Drew Bledsoe. Got Cook on the left wing, actually. Wide to the near side right is McMurtry. Play action fake and bootlegging right goes Bledsoe. Looks, fires it upfield, and it is incomplete. It was intended for Marv Cook. The ball coming well incomplete as Bledsoe tried to feather it over there to him.
Yeah, but good coverage by Darryl Talley, the linebacker, who was staying with Marv Cook step for step. So Drew Bledsoe, in an attempt to come up with that bootleg and throwing to the tight end going cross field like that, he had to lead him, make sure that he overthrew him as opposed to underthrowing. Otherwise, an interception possibly could have taken place because of the good coverage by Talley.
Bledsoe continues to show a remarkable amount of poise for a 21-year-old rookie. Third down and 10 from midfield for the Patriots. From wide left in motion right comes McMurtry. Bledsoe is straight back to throw. Looks, fires to the near side. It is incomplete, but flags are down.
Yeah, we got flags down now in the secondary.
Yes, sirree.
And
may have been a hold on McMurtry. Might have been a defensive holding call. It looked like Nate Odoms might have
holding
been on.
number 29 of the defense. 5 yards.
James Williams.
First down.
That's a crucial penalty in this situation because instead of the Patriots being forced to punt, it's a 5-yard defensive holding call, which brings with it an automatic first down. Bruce Smith apparently is okay because he's coming back into the game. He had been replaced momentarily by Oliver Barnett. So it's 1st and 10 for the Patriots at the Buffalo 45-yard line. Mostly cloudy sky now in Buffalo with the sun trying to peep through. Very comfortable, temperature around 70. The backs Russell and Gash split behind Bledsoe with a slot to the far side left for the Patriots. McMurtry in the slot and Brisby wide on 1st and 10 at the Bills' 45. It's a draw to Gash, heading to left at the 45. Sam at the 40, breaks it outside inside the 35 to the 31-yard line. Goes Penn State's Sam Gash. Tell you what, Sam is having one heck of a football game today.
Well, he's one heck of a football player.
Yes, he is.
He's getting his chance, and that's what Coach Parcells is trying to do with players that he thinks can really play this game, is give them a chance to make the plays that they're capable of making.
A 14-yard run for Gash gives the Patriots a 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 31. Far hash, they're trying to go left to right. Brisby is wide to the left, McMurtry in the slot. Gash the fullback, Russell offset right half. Cook is tight to the right. Now out of the left slot in motion right comes McMurtry on 1st down. Bruce Smith jumps offside. Bruce Smith, right defensive end, went careening offside. Now let's see if anybody moved. I don't think so. It didn't appear as though anyone moved.
Encroachment, number 78 of the defense. 5 yards, still first down.
Oh, that will move the ball down to the Buffalo 26-yard line. Give the Patriots a 1st and 5 at the Buffalo 25. I'm sorry, 26. This drive for the Patriots started at their own 39-yard line after a very good defensive series, forcing Buffalo to punt from deep. Brisby to the far side left, to the near side right, McMurtry. Inside handoff comes to the fullback. Sam Gash slams it down inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line. A lot of Buffalo Bills that time converging to make the tackle, with the outside linebacker Darrell Talley there and nose tackle Jeff Wright. But he squeezed out 3 yards to the 22-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 1 for the Patriots. Actually squeezed out 4 yards.
Yeah, one comment Coach Parcells had made during the preseason that he thought his team got pushed around a lot, especially at the line of scrimmage. And that doesn't look like the case today.
2nd down and 1 at the Buffalo 22. Bledsoe on the give to Gash, pounds it inside, 1st down. Slamming Sam inside the 20-yard line to the Buffalo 19, where the tackle is made by Oliver Barnett, signed as a Plan B, or rather an unrestricted free agent away from the Atlanta Falcons this season, 6'3", 292. But Sam Gash pounds out the 1st down to the Bills' 19-yard line. Ball on the far hash. Patriots on a very nice sustained drive here, helped out by a Buffalo 3rd down defensive holding call. McMurtry goes to the left, far side of the field. Brisby to the near side right. Gash the fullback, offset right half is Leonard Russell. Tight end is to the left. It is 1st and 10 at the Buffalo 19. Bledsoe drops straight back to throw. Bledsoe looks, fires over the middle. It is dropped in and out of the hands of Greg McMurtry at the 12-yard line, as he was hit by Nate Odoms as he was trying to make the catch. Odoms picked up the ball, hot dog down the field a little bit, and then threw it down and rolls down inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, McMurtry was lined up on the left wing spot and then came in motion towards the center, and then at the snap of the ball broke upfield and then cross corner coming to the right side. Had a little difficulty in getting into his pattern, being bounced around a little bit, but then was under full stride and the ball hit him just at the right time, but he couldn't hold on.
Backs are in a split now. 2nd and 10 at the Buffalo 19. From wide right in motion left goes McMurtry. Bledsoe on the draw to Leonard Russell. Leonard turns it outside, trying to stiff arm a man. He does. 15. He's at the 10 and down the sideline and out of bounds inside the 10-yard line and close to a 1st down goes Leonard Russell. Chased out on the near side by James Williams and Mark Maddox of the Buffalo Bills, along with Marcus Patton. But a nice piece of running by Leonard Russell, breaking a tackle at the point of attack and then getting it down to the 10-yard line. So it's
number
3rd
70
and 1.
is eligible. Number 70.
Patriots will bring in Brandon Moore as the 3rd tight end. It is 3rd and 1 at the Buffalo 10-yard line. Coates will be tight left. More tight right with Cook on the right wing. Dash the fullback, Russell the tailback. 3rd and 1 at the Buffalo 10. In motion to the left goes Cook. The give is to Russell to the left. Slams for a first down to the 5-yard line. And it is 1st and goal to go for the Patriots at the Buffalo Bills 5 on the Leonard Russell first down run.
Nice job of blocking that time by Bruce Armstrong and also the center, Bill Lewis, who walled off his man, and then a drive block by Bruce Armstrong, giving Leonard Russell the little seam that he needed to run up into.
What a difference Bruce Armstrong makes in the whole feel of that offensive line. It just, you have confidence that here is one really premier player, and it helps everybody. 1st and goal at the Buffalo 6, where it's marked. Backs are in a split behind Bledsoe. First down and goal from wide right in motion. Left goes McMurtry. Bledsoe on the give to Russell. He's inside the 5 to the 4-yard line, where it's going to be 2nd down and goal with Phil Hansen from his left defensive end making the tackle along with Cornelius Bennett. 2nd and goal, Patriots at the Buffalo Bill 4-yard line. And now the sun peeks through the clouds here in Buffalo again.
Yeah, Cornelius Bennett making the initial hit that slowed Leonard Russell down on that particular play. He's such an active football player from his outside linebacker position.
2nd and goal at the Bills 4. Bledsoe has them set. Brisby to the far side left. To the near side right is McMurtry. Out of the backfield in motion left goes Russell. The give is to Gash. Driving it to the left. Going to be hit and driven back. He got it down close to the 2-yard line. They knocked his helmet off. They hit him so hard. With Marcus Patton and Mark Maddox again making the tackle. Let's see where they give the initial progress, the forward for progress to what? To the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and goal for the Patriots at the Buffalo 2. And in this position on the field, you've got to run that thing in. Brisby to the far side left. McMurtry to the near side right. The backs are split. Russell to the left and Gash to the right. 3rd and goal at the Bills 2. Bledsoe calling signals. McMurtry goes in motion to the left. Bledsoe's back to throw. Looks, fires, end zone, touchdown to Greg McMurtry. Drew Bledsoe off nifty play action, spotted McMurtry and drills it into the end zone with a 2-yard touchdown pass with 7:32 to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Patriots draw first, second half blood with Drew Bledsoe's 2nd NFL touchdown pass.
And also narrow the gap down to 3 points. Greg McMurtry in motion from his right flanker position going in towards the middle, then breaks out over the middle on an angle, then breaks back out into the corner. So a little hesitation move coming back in the opposite direction, wide open.
Scott Sisson to attempt the point after. Scott Secules to hold. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the teams come back upfield with 7:32 left to play 3rd quarter. The score now, let's take a timeout with the score. The Buffalo Bills 17 and Bill Parcells' New England Patriots 14. Well, the game today being brought to you by Shawmut Bank. Shawmut Bank, proud to be the official bank of the New England Patriots. Shawmut Bank, working with you to understand your needs and help reach your financial goals. Gino, a very fine performance so far today in Bill Parcells and Drew Bledsoe's debuts for the Patriots.
Yeah, I like the way they are so-called managing this game. Parcells bringing a lot of leadership, a lot of know-how as far as keeping his team in the game.
End-over-end kick by Sisson will take Copeland 2 yards in the end zone, and he kneels down right there to touch it down. And so once again, Scott Sisson does not have a kickoff returned, but a flag is down. Apparently the Patriots were offside on the kickoff.
Oh, that's a no-no.
Which means they'll have to do it again.
Fortunately, with the wind at his back, he's still able to get it.
Left side of the line was offsides on the kickoff. 5 yards, re-kick.
Drew Bledsoe's numbers so far, in case you're just dialing across, 7:27 left, 3rd quarter, 17-14 Buffalo. Bledsoe's numbers, his NFL debut game, 9 of 19, 126 yards, and 2 touchdowns. As the Patriots have played themselves one good football game so far to this point. A couple of mistakes here and there have hurt them. A fumble cost them dearly that Buffalo turned around from a potential Patriot score into a touchdown of their own. But nevertheless,
offside on the kicking team.
They have played very well.
See, one of the things when you're working with a new kicker, you have to kind of like get used to his gait up to the ball and being a little over anxious and making the coverage as well. The special teams very anxious to get down and cover, but knowing with the wind at his back that he's very likely going to kick it out of the end zone, they just have to remain poised.
All right, Sisson to kick it off this time from the 30, and this is a shot. End over end. Russell 5 yards deep in the end zone. Russell Copeland will touch it down there. This kid has a leg and a half, huh, Gino?
Reminds me of another kicker I used to know.
Gino Cappelletti, number 20 in your program, number 1 in your heart. I really can't point out enough, Gino, how well the Patriots have played in this game. And generally sharp they've looked.
Once they got over a little bit of the nervousness in that first couple series, they've just settled down and are, taking on the Lions, so to speak, right here in their own backyard.
Carwell Gardner lines up on the right wing for Buffalo. First down. They give us to Thurman Thomas to the right, cuts it back to the left, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. How do you do by Vincent Brown. Tell you what, Vincent really labeled him, and he got help from Mike Pitts as well, but as Thomas headed to the right, he tried to stop and cut back to the left a little bit, as he does so very often, and Vincent Brown laid him out. No gain, 2nd and 10 Buffalo at their own 20. Again, Thomas the lone setback with Gardner on the left wing, slot to the near side left, and flags go down.
Patriot jumped offside right over the center of the ball. Unfortunate, because they seem to have a defensive stand
for the snap. Encroachment, number 72 of the defense. 5 yards, it's still 2nd down.
Yeah, the things that turn out to be costly, you stop the opposition on first down at their own 20-yard line, and then now you give them 5 yards by this encroachment call. So defensively, the Patriots picking it up, and Buffalo actually having a little difficulty in penetrating that defensive front.
2nd down and 5, Buffalo. Thomas the lone setback, slot to the far side right for Kelly. They give us to Thurman Thomas, slams inside, spins it out across the 30 to the 31-yard line, and just a marvelous piece of running by Thurman Thomas. There was no hole there, but he pivoted and went to the right and went upfield to the 31-yard line. First down, Bills. 1st and 10 Buffalo at their own 31, working with the no-huddle offense, of course. This time now 3 wide receivers. Reed in the right slot. Brooks wide to the near side left is Beebe. It's an end around to Andre Reed, coming back to the left at the 30, 35, 40, and he runs out of bounds up at the 45-yard line. The handoff to Thurman Thomas, and then the subsequent handoff to Andre Reed on the end around.
Yeah, they set that thing up all game long, and they always pull it off, and they just pull it off at the right time. The Patriots were caught in a 4-man down lineman, and the outside linemen coming in shallow, and around they went. So just a perfect call against the defense they wanted, and well executed. 1st and 10 Buffalo at their own 46-yard line. Kelly under the center, has Thurman Thomas in the backfield with him. Slot to the far side right for Kelly. Bills lead 17-14. The gift to Thomas inside. Breaks a couple of tackles and gets it up to midfield. And a solid 4 or 5 yard gain for Thurman Thomas. Bottom of the pile for the Patriots was the corner Rod Smith coming up. Ball is going to be marked right at midfield. A gain of 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and 6 Buffalo. With Beebe to the near side left, Brooks to the far side right, Andre Reed in the near side slot. Kelly back to throw the blitz. The ball is fired to the right. It is complete to Pete Metzlars. He's going to be hauled down at the 45-yard line. Chris Singleton and Brent Williams both there for the Patriots, making a sure tackle on Metzlars, stopping him short of a first down. The ball actually tipped at the line of scrimmage.
That's had a blitz coming too from that left side with one of the defensive backs. 3rd and 1 Buffalo at the Patriot 45-yard line. Kenneth Davis, the lone setback, spins away from one hit. Now he's brought down along the line of scrimmage, and I don't know if he made a first down. Harlan Barnett, good-looking, strong safety, coming up from the backfield to make the stop along with Ray Agnew. They marked the football at the 45-yard line. Buffalo did not get the first down. That's good defense, Duke.
Well, the play just never got off to a good start as well. Kenneth Davis slow in getting the ball from Jim Kelly and slow getting started, and that really aided the Patriot defense who were there to slam them down. So just not a well-executed offensive play contributed to that stoppage.
Chris Moore at his 40 to punt to Troy Brown back at his 10 for the Patriots. Moore kicking right to left. Into the wind, gets the kick away, high in the air, very high. Brown is signaling fair catch. The ball bounces in the air, takes a bounce back upfield at around the 32-yard line.
So a gain of 12 yards.
12-yard punt from the line of scrimmage. How about that? Got a penalty marker
penalty,
down.
Number 55 of the kicking team. That penalty is declined. First down, New England. Timeout.
There's a timeout on the field with 4 minutes and 20 seconds. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left, third quarter. The score, Buffalo 17, the Patriots 14. Let's take a timeout on the New England Patriots Radio Network. Opening day in the National Football League. At Rich Stadium in Buffalo, Gil Santos and Gino Cappelletti, 4:20 to go, third quarter. Buffalo leading 17-14. The two Patriots touchdowns on passes from Drew Bledsoe, one to Ben Coates, 54 yards, one to Greg McMurtry, 2 yards. Patriots are first and 10 at their own 34. Sam Gash and Leonard Russell line up tight in the backfield. Bledsoe has Brisby to the far side left, McMurtry to the near side right. The give comes to Leonard Russell. It's a power sweep to the right side. Turns the corner. Up the field across the 35 and ridden out on the near side at about the 37 or 38-yard line. Bruce Smith and Darrell Talley over there for the Buffalo Bills. As the Patriots tried the power sweep to the near side, and they ended up getting themselves 3 yards to the 37-yard line, where it'll be second down and 7. And with that, checking out of the ball game is Sam Gash. Checking in, Marv Cook to be an extra tight end. The Patriots will go with a 2 tight end set. Coates is tight to the right. Cook will be on the left wing. Russell the lone setback. Brisby to the far side left. McMurtry in the slot. Bledsoe, second and 7 from his own 37. Bledsoe the handoff to Russell. Pounds it inside up to the 40-yard line. Still trying to drive forward, but is thrown sideways and down. Jeff Wright on the bottom of the pile for the Buffalo Bills. Safety Mark Kelso came up as well. Ball will be marked at around the 40-yard line, maybe the 41. Let's see what progress they give him. They mark it across the 40 to the 41. So it's third down and 4 for the Patriots from their own 41-yard line. Far hash mark. They're trying to go left to right. 3:20, clock running, third quarter. Bills lead 17-14. Backs in a split behind Bledsoe on third down and 4. Bledsoe drops straight back to throw. Protection there. Fires the out. Caught up at the 45-yard line.
Incomplete.
No, incomplete. I'm sorry. Thought Russell had it, and he dropped it.
Actually hit him and squirted straight up in the air. Just a ball that deflected
Didn't even
straight
see it.
up in the air.
Fourth down, and the punt, Mike Saxon at his 26, punting away to Russell Copeland back at his 15 for Buffalo. Saxon awaiting the snap. It's right on the money. Runs the punt away, not particularly good. Copeland takes it at the 15, heads right for the 20, and is hit, spins away from that hit, and then goes down at the 25-yard line. A good, sure tackle on special teams downfield by Dwayne Saab. 46-yard punt by Saxon. Let's take a timeout with a score still. Buffalo 17, the Patriots 14. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the New England Patriots Radio Network.
There's only one source for all the sports you need. Listen to Gil Santos during the WBZ Morning News. For football scores and news from the rest of the sports world, listen to WBZ Boston.
Well, we're back in Buffalo. Nice afternoon. Sun again peeking through the clouds. Bill Brooks to the far side right for the Bills. Don Beebe to the near side left. Andre Reed is in the slot. Out of a shotgun formation, it's the inside handoff to Kenneth Davis in the backfield, but he's going to be hit and spun down at about the 26-yard line after a gain of a yard. Chris Singleton there for the Patriots with Vincent Brown as Davis is in, giving Thurman Thomas a breather. Davis a good backup running back. Thomas well over 1,000 yards. Davis had over 600 for the Buffalo Bills. He lines up to the left side of Kelly now on second down and 9 from his own 26. Direct snap to Kelly out of the shotgun. Fires to the right. Oh, what a terrific catch by Bill Brooks, leaping in the air at the 38-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, the Patriots employed a blitz that time, and they were all coming. Vincent Brown firing in there. Brent Williams getting good penetration as well. And Jim Kelly had to unload that quick. And he did, and Brooks came up with a fine reception of a pass that really was not a good spiral.
At the 39-yard line, the Bills 39, it's first and 10. Now Kelly comes up under center. First and 10. The give is to Ken Davis, trying to come to the left, nothing there. Bellies it back to the right and grinds out several yards to about the 43-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. 79,751 in attendance here at Buffalo. The game was sold out at 80,092, 341 no-shows. Next Sunday, the Patriots home opener against the Detroit Lions. 7,000 tickets remain available for that one. Second down, 6 for the Bills at their own 42. The inside handoff to Carwell Gardner this time, and the big fullback goes rumbling across the 45 to about the 46 or 47. Carwell Gardner, the fourth-year player from Louisville, 6'2", 244-pounder. Second-round pick in 1990. Ball marked at the 46. Third down and 4. I'm going to call it 3rd and 3 for Buffalo. 3rd and 3 for the Bills at their own 46. Beebe goes wide to the far side right. Into the slot is Reed. To the near side left is Brooks. Back to throw. Kelly on 3rd down. The pressure. He looks. He fires. Oh, caught by Andre Reed. He is hit and brought down at the Patriot 33-yard line as Rod Smith made a very bad play.
Well, Andre Reed running a go pattern out and up, and he had Rod Smith on his inside. The ball was underthrown, and actually, it was a crossing pattern. A little bit of a pick action could have been called on that, but Andre Reed, with his great pass-catching ability, seeing where the ball was being underthrown, cut back underneath Rod Smith to make the reception.
1st and 10, Buffalo now at the Patriot 34. The give comes to Ken Davis. Big hole to the right. He's inside the 30, inside the 25, and down to about the 22-yard line before he's finally stopped. So Buffalo now on a march. This is the best offensive series of the day for the Buffalo Bills. They mark it at the Patriot 22. Another first down, and this is the best drive the Bills have had going all day long. Jim Kelly coming over to the sidelines, and that will be the end of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the
third quarter. After 3 quarters, let's take a timeout with a score. Buffalo 17 and the Patriots 14.
The Johnson Collection.
Patriot fans, visit the Charlie Horse Restaurant in West Bridgewater for the chance to become a Patriots honorary captain selected before each home game. The honorary captain will receive 4 tickets to the game, pre-game brunch, and a chance to be on the field for the pre-game warm-ups. The Charlie Horse, official sports restaurant of the New England Patriots. As we start the 4th and final quarter of Game 1 of this 16-game, 18-week odyssey in the NFL, the Bills have a 1st and 10 at the Patriot 22-yard line. Buffalo leading by 3, 17-14. Ball is on the near hash mark. Buffalo going left to right in the 4th quarter with the wind at their backs. Beebe to the far side left. Reed is in the left side slot to the near side right. Brooks. Kelly back to throw. Rolls to his left. Looks. Fires to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Andre Reed. Great throw by Kelly.
Great throw. And Andre Reed having a little bit of a field day with Rod Smith. Got one-on-one coverage here, and Andre Reed able to get open, make the reception, stay in bounds, all the things you look for. Truly one of the great outstanding receivers. He ran from the slot formation. Had Rod Smith believe he was going in on a deep post and then broke it out on the corner. The left flanker in that position just runs a little short, quick out to hold the cornerback in that position up front and allows Reed to go into the corner.
So Jim Kelly has thrown his 3rd touchdown pass of the game for the Buffalo Bills. The extra point is up, and it is good. Teams come back upfield. It took them only 4 seconds of the 4th quarter to get that score on the board. Buffalo now has a 10-point lead again. Let's take a timeout with a score. Buffalo 24, the Patriots 14. So Jim Kelly's 3rd touchdown pass of the game, putting the Bills back up by 10 again, 24-14. Kelly has thrown a 4-yard touchdown pass to BU's Billy Brooks and 41 and 22-yard touchdown passes to Andre Reed. The Patriots scores a pair of touchdown passes. Drew Bledsoe to Ben Coates, 54 yards, and Bledsoe to Greg McMurtry, 2 yards. Buffalo led it early 10-0 before the pass went on the board.
Andre Reed just continues to impress me every time I see him play, and I think he's well over 100 yards now, maybe well over, but over 100 yards today, and that would give him 23 100-yard games in receptions in his career, and 53 touchdown receptions. So really an outstanding receiver, plays a great game of football.
Steve Christie to kick it off with the wind at his back. Brown is deep to the near side. Crittenden to the far side. Line drive right to the hands of Crittenden at the 5, 10, 15, 20. Turns it outside. Heading for the 25. He's there. He's turning to the corner of the 30 and comes up and out of bounds at the 30-yard line. A strange kickoff by Christie because it was so flat and low, and bang, it got on Crittenden almost before he saw the darn thing.
Yeah, he evidently hit it too high in the belly of the ball, did not get it up or end over end. It was just a line drive, almost like a knuckleball, just sailing straight down the field, but with the wind at his back, a lot of force behind it. Crittenden just took it right at shoulder height, took it up the middle, and then broke it to the outside for an extra 7-8 yards.
31-yard return, 1st and 10 Patriots, their own 31 near hash, going right to left. Bledsoe has Gash offset fullback left. Russell the deep back to throw Bledsoe. It's a bliss sack by Bruce Smith. As Bledsoe never saw him coming from the blind side.
Yeah, but Bruce Armstrong missed up there because it was Bruce on Bruce. And Bruce Smith just came in clean from the outside there.
No, he sacks Bledsoe back at the 23-yard line, a loss of 8. Second down and 18 for the Patriots from their own 23. Only the second sack of the game for Buffalo. McMurtry to the far side right, Brisby to the near side left. Backs in a split, tight end Cook right. Bledsoe on second down. The give to Russell. A hole to the right. Turns the corner at the 25 and hauls it out to the 30-yard line before he goes down. Over to make the tackle for Buffalo was Jeff Wright. Coming up from the secondary, Henry Jones. Also there, Mark Maddox. A gain out to the 30 brings up a third down and 11 for the Patriots from just short of their own 30-yard line. Ball on the far hash. They're trying to go right to left here in the fourth quarter. 13:50 clock running. Buffalo leading 24-14. Brisby is wide to the far side right. Near side left slot is Timpson. Wide to the left, McMurtry. Out of a shotgun, Bledsoe with Russell in the backfield. Takes the direct snap. Stands back in there. Fires right. It is caught by Russell. Loses the football. Recovered by the Buffalo Bills. Leonard Russell had the ball and then lost it as he was trying to break the tackle.
Yeah, hard to describe. He had one-on-one coverage there. I can't see who it was from Buffalo, but in catching the ball, he was trying to break away from the defender, and in doing so, he just could not hold on to the ball. He did make the reception, and in his attempt to spin away, the ball just came loose, and then the reception made.
Matt Darby is the man who made the tackle and then recovered the fumble, and now Buffalo first and 10 at the Patriot 31 with 13.5 to go in the game. Up by 10, they could put it away here. Patriots will have to be on their toes defensively as Buffalo's in glorious position. Thurman Thomas, the lone setback. Behind the quarterback, Jim Kelly on first down. It's a handoff to Thomas to the right. Cuts it up across the line of scrimmage and down to about the 28-yard line. And a 3-yard gain for Thomas. Over to make the stop for the Patriots was Aaron Jones at the 28-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Bills. In their blue home jerseys, red helmets, white pants. Patriots in the silver helmets and pants, white jerseys. Next week against Detroit, the Patriots will debut their new blue jersey home uniforms. Wide to the near side right comes Don Beebe. The Bills are using a 2 tight end attack right now. 2nd and 7. Give to Carwell Gardner, the fullback. Breaks across the line of scrimmage. Bangs it down to the 20-yard line for a first down. What a load he was on that run. It was blasting across the left side of the Buffalo offense.
Stood up straight by Adrian White right at the first down marker, but then continued with, I'm looking at, who's hurt there?
A Buffalo Bill is
Buffalo?
hurt. Yeah.
All right, but he was able to just continue. No, it is a Patriot. I see Doc Burt-Zarens.
Yeah, you're right.
Out there.
Yeah, there's an injured Patriot on the field. All right, with the score, Buffalo 24 and the Patriots 14. Let's take a timeout on the New England Patriots radio network. The injured Patriot is Brent Williams, and we don't know what the injury is. He is limping a bit as he goes off, flexing his right leg, so it's obviously an injury to his right leg somewhere, knee or in the leg area, but he's going off slowly, but pretty much under his own power. Buffalo Bills are 1st and 10 at the Patriot 20-yard line. Ball is on the far hash. The Bills trying to go left to right here in the fourth quarter. 12:41 remaining. They've just recovered a Patriot fumble moments ago by Leonard Russell, which has set up this glorious scoring opportunity for the Bills. Kelly has already thrown 3 touchdown passes today, 2 to Reed and 1 to Bill Brooks. Hasn't thrown 1 to Don Beebe yet. First down call for Buffalo. Wide to the near side right is Beebe. Double tight ends for the Bills. Haywalt to the left and Metzlars to the right, I formation. The give is to Thurman Thomas to the left. Stripped of it and cut down at the 19-yard line. Good defensive play. Flag goes down as well. Good defensive play by the Patriots' right side of their defense as Aaron Jones was over there to make the tackle, and the penalty is going to be against the Bills.
Good work by Maurice Hurst there, coming in, crashing in, turning it in, and also assisting on the tackle.
On the tight end, 10 yards, repeat first down.
A 10-yard penalty against Buffalo for holding will bring the ball back to the 30-yard line. Well, if Hurst wants to play in Bill Parcells' system, Maurice is a very good cover corner, but if he wants to play in Parcells' system, he's going to have to come up and make those hits, because that's what Parcells wants his corners to do. Brooks goes to the left, the far side of the field. Wide to the near side right, Beebe with Reed in the slot. First down call. Give us to Thurman Thomas to the left. Breaks it across the 25, down to the 20. And a shoe top tackle is all that prevented Thurman Thomas from racing into the end zone. The shoe top tackle was made by the very same Maurice Hurst we were just talking about. Terrific play by Hurst. Prevented a touchdown. 2nd and 10 Bills at the Pats 20. Beebe to the near side, Reed in the slot, Brooks to the far side left. Thomas the lone setback. Tight end is left. Kelly on 2nd down. The give is to Thurman Thomas. Breaks it inside the 15 and down to the 13-yard line goes Thomas. Safety man Harlan Barnett. Aaron Jones there for the Patriots with Rod Smith. They're going to mark it at the 14. That'll be 3rd and 4 for Buffalo at the Patriot 14-yard line.
Thurman Thomas running for his 34th 100-yard game at this point.
A 2nd-round pick from Oklahoma State. Beebe to the left. 3rd and 4. Play action Kelly. Back to throw. Floats it. End zone. Touchdown. Andre Reed. Falling down at the goal line was Rod Smith.
Yeah, that's been a tough day for Rod Smith and Andre Reed. Having a field day with him. That's 3 times now that he's beaten Smith for receptions. 2 of them for touchdowns.
And that touchdown coming with 11:08 to play here in the 4th quarter, giving the Buffalo Bills a big, commanding now 17-point lead with they make the extra point here by Steve Christie. Though a costly fumble turns into a Buffalo touchdown, the extra point is up and good. Let's now go to Tom Cuddy for a scoreboard update.
Thank you, Gil. These are all third quarter scores, all scores after 3 quarters. Denver Broncos 26, New York Jets 6, Miami 17, the Indianapolis Colts 10. Atlanta Falcons now trailing the Detroit Lions 27-6. Again, all these are third quarter scores. It's Green Bay 33, the Rams 6, Eagles 16, Phoenix Cardinals 10. San Francisco 49ers now ahead of the Steelers, only 17-13. They had a 17-3 lead. And it's the Kansas City Chiefs 24, Tampa Bay 3. The Bengals at one time led the Browns 14-0. Now after 3 quarters is the Cleveland Browns 20 and the Cincinnati Bengals 14. My name is Tom Cuddy. In Buffalo, the score is 31-14. Buffalo Bills over the New England Patriots. This is the New England Patriots Football Network.
Oh, the Buffalo Bills have now roared into a 31-14 lead, taking advantage of the second Patriot fumble of the game. And both times they've turned them into touchdowns. Brent Williams, hyperextended right knee is his injury. And now Buffalo's Steve Christie will kick it off again. Troy Brown to the near side and Ray Critton into the far side. The Pats were down at the half, 17-7. Got it to within 17-14 midway through the third quarter. But Buffalo scored a pair of unanswered touchdowns here in the fourth quarter. And now the job becomes much more difficult for the Patriots and their rookie quarterback, Drew Bledsoe.
Oh, yeah, especially after the Patriots came out after the intermission and with their first series of downs, drove some 59 yards for a touchdown. Drew Bledsoe to Greg McMurtry, a 2-yard touchdown pass with 7:32 to go in the third period, narrowing the gap to 17-14. And it appeared like they were going to stop Buffalo again defensively as they had done in the previous series. But then a penalty of encroachment gave them a 5-yard gain, and that 5-yard gain gave them momentum.
Yeah.
They were able to punch it out after that.
Christie to kick it off from left to right. Brown to the near side. Critton and far side for the Patriots. Christie kicking with that solid wind still at his back. And it's a boomer, which will go through the end zone. And the Patriots will have to start things out at their own 20-yard line. As the rookie Drew Bledsoe talks things over with the coaching staff before he heads onto the field. Bledsoe's first game in the NFL. He's thrown 2 touchdown passes today. And you could tell on the very first series that he was shaking in terms of butterflies or something because passes didn't have the zip on them. But since then, he has played quite well. McMurtry to the far side right and Brisby to the near side left. Gash the fullback offset left with Russell the deep back On 1st and 10, Gash goes in motion out of the backfield to the right, back to throw Bledsoe. Here's the rush. It's a screen. It is complete to Russell. He's at the 20, but only to the 22. Jeff Wright, the nose tackle, stayed at home and made the play to drop Russell after a gain of only 2. Nice play by Jeff Wright.
Yeah, looking at Buffalo's offense, the way they can just continue to come at you, relentless in their assault on a defense. Jim Kelly looking like maybe he's having a so-so day, but when you look at it, 13 of 22, 4 touchdown passes, 167 yards.
Not bad.
Just masterminds this type of offense.
2nd down and 8 for the Patriots. Slot right, McMurtry. Wide right, Brisby. Now the backs change positions in the backfield behind Bledsoe on 2nd and 8. And flags go down. People were moving all over the place.
Could have been time as well, Joe. Clock may have run out on the Patriots.
Well, the offensive
For the snap, the entire line move. Ball starts. 5 yards. It's still 2nd down.
Did he say the entire line? Is that what he said?
Interior line.
Oh, interior line. Okay. Ball marked back to the 17-yard line. That'll make it 2nd down and 13 for the Patriots from their own 17 on the near hash going right to left. Gash offset fullback right. Russell the lone running back, or the tailback rather. Bledsoe now trying to change things, is yelling the play to both sides of the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13. Bledsoe back. Pulls the trigger. Near side, McMurtry has it, but he's going to be driven out of bounds up at about the 21, 22-yard line. Gain of only 4 as Bledsoe checked off. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 9 from the 21-yard line of the Patriots. With 9.5 minutes and the clock running here in the 4th quarter, Buffalo has just put a big 2nd touchdown of this quarter on the board to go ahead 31-14. And now Bledsoe will operate out of a shotgun formation. Has 2 people in the backfield with him. Bad snap. Bledsoe chases it down. He's going to be hit and sacked in the end zone. No, at the 1-yard line. The snap sailed off to the left side of Drew Bledsoe. Cornelius Bennett tackled him, but that was a crazy snap. It didn't go over his head, didn't go low. It was aimed at his hands, but it went to the left.
Well, I'll tell you, you got a shotgun formation. You got to have a center that can snap that ball back while looking straight ahead. Now, an oddity here is Bill Lewis, when he snaps to the quarterback who's right behind him, he snaps right-handed. When he goes into the shotgun formation, he snaps left-handed. I've never heard of that.
At the back line of the end zone, Saxon to punt, and he runs it out. Did a good job to get it away. Coming down to Copeland at the 45-yard line, heading to the right to the Patriot 40. It spins off a hit. Bellies back to the left. At the 40, 35, 30. He's going to go all the way. Russell Copeland. 47-yard punt return. And the wheels are falling off the Patriots wagon now. That was a terrific play by Copeland, because he came to the right and was stopped. Stood up straight, and then instead of going down, just reversed his field, went to the left, and he was long gone. A 47-yard punt return.
Well, euphoria on one sideline and dead silence on the other side. Bill Parcells just chewing his gum and taking a whipping here at the hands of Marv Levy and the Buffalo Bills. And what we are witnessing here is some real deficiencies. You're going to have a center that can snap the ball, and you're going to have to improve on your tackling.
The extra point attempt is good. It is a 38-14 Buffalo lead. And they have just blown the doors off the Patriots in the 4th quarter with 3 unanswered touchdowns. Had a 17-14 game starting this quarter. And we've talked many times about the Buffalo Bills' ability to strike quickly. Well, in the space of 6.5 minutes, they have scored 3 touchdowns to put this game totally out of reach. At 38-14.
Patriots appeared to get a break when the official gave Drew Bledsoe the ball at the 1-yard line. Little did they know that the next play would result in a Buffalo touchdown. They've been better off getting to safety.
Absolutely.
But I think it's all moot at this point anyway. far as the score is concerned, because Buffalo in complete control of this ball game at this point. So he appears to be on their way to another opening day win.
Now what you're seeing right now, as the game hit the fourth quarter, the young Patriots were within 3, but in the fourth quarter, the veteran poise of the Buffalo Bills started to make plays. And that has just blown this thing wide open. I'm surprised at the two bad snaps from center that we've had in this game. One went sailing over Bledsoe's head. That one went sailing off to his left side.
Yeah, but really it makes no difference. They're erratic snaps back there.
That's what I'm saying.
The one thing you have
didn't happen in the preseason.
No, the one thing you have to have is a center. And it's, a little bit of a talented thing to do is to look straight ahead, snap the ball back between your legs, and lay it right into the quarterback's hands in a shotgun formation. He's usually 5 to 6 yards tops behind the center in doing so, but it's something you work on through repetition. But with the kind of day that Bill Lewis has had, and once again, when the quarterback is right behind the center, snaps it with his right hand, shotgun, and snaps it left hand.
Oh, we'll have to figure out why. Steve Christie to kick it off again. All of his kickoffs, when he's been kicking left to right, have gone, with the exception of one, have gone deep into the end zone and been non-returnable because he's got a strong wind at his back. Brown to the near side, Critton into the far side for the Patriots with 8.5 minutes to go. And the Bills now sailing along 38-14 with 3 consecutive fourth quarter touchdowns. This one is not going to be returned by Troy Brown, 5 yards deep in the end zone. And again, the Patriots will have to come out to their own 20-yard line and try to get something mustered here. And I'm going to check, see who is going to be lining up at center here, if Lewis is still in there. Yes, he is, because I'm pretty sure the Patriots are going to be going with a shotgun formation. They're not. Bledsoe comes up to the line of scrimmage.
What do you think?
Yeah. First and 10. Patriots at their own 20. Backs in a split behind Bledsoe. Buffalo ready to come hard. They've got Bruce Smith right up on the center. Back to throw Bledsoe. First down. Fires it left complete to Leonard Russell. Goes up and out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Chased out on the near side by Mark Maddox of the Bills. And it'll bring up a second down. And about 4 yards to go for the Patriots from around their own 26-yard line. Second and 4 for the Pats from their own 26. Ball in the near hash, trying to go right to left. McMurtry is out to the far side right. Brisby to the near side left. 8:11 to go. The clock running. Bills lead 38-14. Backs in a wide split behind Bledsoe on second down. Straight back to throw. Looks. Fires up the field. Incomplete. Intended. Picked off, as a matter of fact, by James Williams at the 30-yard line. And the Bills regain possession. I thought we were going to get an interference call. The pass was intended for Marv Cook, and he was really flattened trying to go after the ball. When he was flattened, the ball went sailing over where he was supposed to be and right into the hands of James Williams. So Bledsoe suffers his first interception in the NFL. And this fourth quarter has been an absolute disaster for the Patriots. Everything that could have gone wrong has gone wrong in the fourth quarter.
Whose law is that, Murphy?
Murphy.
Anyway, just a big turnaround of events when the Patriots appeared to get back into this ball game to start this second half. But I'll tell you what, the bottom is falling out now.
Oh, yeah. Nate Turner now into the ball game for Buffalo. Second-year running back from Nebraska, carries it to the right side. He's a load. He is down to the 25-yard line. Nate Turner is 6'1", 255-pound running back. Not a fullback, he's a running back. 6th-round pick last year from Nebraska. Ball marked to the 25-yard line, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 for the Bills. At the Patriot 25. All the play in this fourth quarter has taken place right out here in front of us on the Patriots side of the field. Beebe goes to the far side left. Carwell Gardner lines up on the left wing for Buffalo. Turner again the lone setback, takes the handoff to the left and is stripped down at about the 22-yard line, 23-yard line. Several Patriots on the hit. John Washington there to make the tackle, along with Tim Goad. And it'll bring up 3rd and 4 for the Bills at the Patriot 23. They have to advance to the 19 for a first down. Just under 7 minutes to play. It was 17-14 starting this quarter, and the Patriots have been blitzed with 3 third-quarter touchdowns, including one on a punt return for the Bills. 3rd down and 4 for Kelly. Backs are in an I. Gardner and Turner. They give us to Nate Turner coming to the right. He turns the corner at the 20, but goes down short of a first down. Coming up hard was Harlan Barnett to make the tackle for the Patriots. Barnett, a 4th-year defensive back from Michigan State, picked up on waivers from the Cleveland Browns. The Bills are going to go for it on 4th down. 4th and about a little bit better than a yard, just outside the Patriots 20-yard line.
Number 70.
Bills make John Fina, their left tackle, an eligible receiver on this play as they come out with a 3 tight end offense. 3rd down and a little better than a yard. Gardner is the fullback. Ken Davis now is the tailback. And Kelly may have changed the play. 3rd and 1. They give us to Davis to the right, being hemmed in, trying to turn the corner and hauled down from behind by Renee Thompson. Stopped short of a first down, and the Patriot offense will take over after nearly seeing another Buffalo touchdown. We've had an avalanche of them here in the 3rd quarter. Kelly 22 yards to Andre Reed. Kelly 14 yards to Andre Reed. And then Russell Copeland, a 47-yard punt return for a touchdown in which he made a marvelous play.
Assisted by poor tackling again.
Yeah, well, he was hit and stood up and should have been tackled at about the 40-yard line and didn't go down, just bellied it back and went back against the grain, and there was nobody left to stop him as he just raced into the end zone. 1st and 10, Patriots at their own 23-yard line. Bledsoe has them set on 1st down. The give comes to Russell up the middle, and he hurdles it out to the 30-yard line. And a gain of about 7 yards for Leonard Russell. It'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Patriots from their own 30 with 5:40 in the clock running, and Buffalo rolling along 38-14. Patriots and Bills will meet for the 2nd time this season, on Sunday, November 7th. Next Sunday, the home opener against the Detroit Lions. Only 7,000 tickets remain for that one.
And they bombarded Atlanta today, I think, so far, so another high-powered offense.
2nd down call comes to Leonard Russell, and he is going to be swarmed under at about the 31 or 32-yard line. Over to make the tackle, Mark Kelso for Buffalo, along with Monty Brown. Also in on the stop for the Bills, Keith Goganis. Ball marked at the 31-yard line. 3rd and 2 for the Patriots from their own 31. Yeah, Detroit has a very exciting offense with the great Barry Sanders and a lot of receivers who can run. That silver streak run-and-shoot type offense. Slot to the far side right for the Patriots on 3rd and 2 from their own 31. Bledsoe has them set. Bledsoe on the give to Russell. Drives to the right. Has a first down. Still on his feet across the 35 to the 36-yard line where Cornelius Bennett makes the tackle.
Gain of 5 and 1st down.
Oh, it's a 1st and 10, Pats, at their own 36-yard line. At this point, Bill Parcells just running the football a bit here.
Oh, yeah, you have to believe that he just doesn't want this to get any higher.
Yeah.
Not going to get back in the ball game by any stretch of the imagination, so I expect he'll just run the football.
Wide to the right is McMurtry. To the near side left is Brisby. Bledsoe's back to throw on 1st down. Looks, goes over the middle, complete to Marv Cook at the 40, and he's out to the 44-yard line, and a gain of 8 yards. Tackle on the play by Cornelius Bennett. It'll bring up a 2nd and 2 for the Patriots from their own 44-yard line.
So when we talk about running the football, we don't always just really mean running, Gil. I think a lot of times there's a misconception about developing a ground game, running attack, and you got to control the ball by running. Short passes are also considered to be part of the running game. So what you're talking about is balance.
Ball control.
That's what you're really looking for is, a balanced ball control type of offense.
2nd down and a yard now at their own 45. Gash in motion to the right, back to throw. Bledsoe fires upfield, and it is incomplete. Going high in the air was Ben Coates, but unable to haul it down. Yeah, Bledsoe had Coates open, and he pounded his fist when he overthrew him. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 1 for the Patriots from their own 45. 3:23 left to play in the game. Buffalo with a lightning-like 3-touchdown blast here in this 4th quarter, putting the game away. McMurtry to the far side right and Brisby to the near side left. Gash, the fullback, offset left. Russell is the I-back, the deep back. Bledsoe on 3rd and 1. They give us to Russell to the right. Got himself a first down. Out across the 45 to about the 47, 48-yard line, so they keep the drive alive. First and 10, Patriots. Ball is marked at the Patriot 48-yard line. Matter of fact, Patriots have 2 home games in a row coming up now in the next 2 Sundays. Detroit next week, and then Rick Meirer and the Seattle Seahawks on the 19th. Under 3 minutes to go. Gash in motion to the right. Bledsoe back to throw on first down. Looks, fires, and it is incomplete. Nearly intercepted, Nearly intercepted by Matt Darby as the Bills are deploying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but 6 defensive backs.
Yeah, but this is exactly what they're looking for. They're not biting on any play action, so consequently the Patriots not really giving them any play action. It's just going to be a straight drop and a quick throw by Bledsoe, but the Bills just playing pass all the way, and they'll play the run second.
Wide to the near side left is Brisby with McMurtry in the slot. 2nd and 10 with 2:42 to go from their own 48-yard line. Bledsoe on the draw to Sam Gash. Sam trying to find running room, gets it up to midfield, and that's it.
Patriots picked up a center this past week, Mike Arthur, off of the waiver wire.
Yeah, from Cincinnati. Started for them last year.
Right. In fact, I played with his dad.
Did you?
Yeah, in Minnesota just a few years ago. And and I'm sure that Mike Arthur is going to get a good look. Bill Lewis, I'm not sure what kind of job he did as far as his blocking and all that, but his snapping is questionable now.
3rd down and 8 from midfield for Drew Bledsoe out of a shotgun formation. Even that snap was not a good one. Fires upfield. The ball comes in behind Mike Timpson. Had Timpson breaking to the outside, and Bledsoe threw the pass to the inside. So it's a 4th down for the Patriots.
And they'll go for it.
With 2 minutes and 1 second remaining in the football game, trailing 38-14. It's really a shame because I think the score is a little misleading over the way the Patriots played for the first 3 quarters. So they played quite well. But in this 4th quarter, holy smoke, you talk about the wheels falling off the wagon.
Well, when they made a mistake, the mistake was really costly.
Yeah. On 4th down and 8, back to throw Bledsoe. Fires to the right, overthrown, incomplete. And the Buffalo Bills take over on downs from midfield. There's the 2-minute warning. Let's take a timeout with a score. The Buffalo Bills 38, the Patriots 14. Back in Buffalo, 1 minute and 56 seconds remain in the opening game of the season, which is going to go down as a win for the 3-time defending AFC champion Buffalo Bills and a loss for the Patriots. A game that saw them very much in it, 17-14 after 3 quarters, but in the 4th quarter, Jim Kelly to Andre Reed, 22 yards, Kelly to Reed, 14 yards, and that one came after a Patriot fumble deep in Patriot territory. And then we had Russell Copeland take back a punt 47 yards as the Bills struck quickly to put it out of reach. Frank Reich, now in at quarterback for the Buffalo Bills, will fall to one knee as the clock will tick away in the final 2 minutes of play, leading by a score of 38-14. And the Patriots are not going to be stopping the clock for timeouts here because that would be totally pointless. I'm sure that Bill Parcells is going to be quite unhappy over some of the things that happened here today. I don't know how he'll feel about the performance by Bledsoe, who I thought played quite well in the first half, did not play as well after the long touchdown drive and the second touchdown pass that got them within 17-14. After that, Buffalo began to play so much better, and the Patriots, in being forced to pass, Bledsoe's statistics, of course, are going to fall off with that. But I think overall, on balance, Bledsoe did a pretty good job today. It's going to depend on a lot of, I think, Bill's criticism, I think, will be coming because of the mistakes that this team made. Bad snaps from center, 2 fumbles, 1 pass interception.
Punting is not up to par. Good. Tackling, fumbles, snapping at by the center position on shotgun formation, and a few penalties that I thought were costly, and they were just the kind that you don't want to have in the course of the game, like encroachment or a guard or tackle moving prior to the snap. All those little things like that where you're not poised.
Yeah.
See, poise is such a demand as far as playing nice fluid football.
Well, that's it. The final snap taken by Reich goes down to one knee. The ball game is over as the final seconds tick away. Jim Kelly threw 4 touchdown passes, and the Buffalo Bills ran away in the fourth quarter, breaking out of a 17-14 game to go on to rout the Patriots. We'll take a timeout with the final score, Buffalo 38 and the Patriots 14.
You've been listening to New England Patriots football. Today's game has been brought to you by Shawmut Bank. Know-how that pays off. Sunoco Food Markets. Wonderland Greyhound Park. The Boston Globe. Have you read the Globe today? Sullivan Tire. New England's tire store. By your New England Ford dealers. Texaco Haviland Formula 3 motor oil. Add more life to your car. Kodak Gold Plus Fill. Make every special moment a Kodak moment. The new Anderson Little Computune computerized car care. And by Coors Extra Gold. This is the New England Patriots Radio Network. Stay tuned for Patriots Game Day, the post-game show. Patriots Game Day, the post-game show, brought to you by the Charlie Horse Restaurant, Long's Jewelers, and by the Fleet Line Division of Dennis K. Burke Petroleum. Here are Gil Santos and Gino Cappelletti.
Well, the Buffalo Bills down the Patriots 38-14 here at Rich Stadium in the opening game of the 1993 season. It was the 67th meeting between these two teams. The Patriots had led 34-31 coming into this game, and now it's 34-32 with one tie being played. So let's give you a recap of today's ball game and let you hear once again the touchdowns that took place in today's ball game. A standoff in the first quarter. The Patriots punted 3 times, and the Buffalo Bills punted twice. And then things started to break open a little bit in the second period. The Buffalo Bills started at their own 32, drove down into field goal territory. Their drive stalled. Once again, the Patriots seemingly getting strong against preventing from teams scoring touchdowns, and forced Steve Christie to kick a 28-yard field goal, making it 3-0. Patriots with their next series punted immediately, and then the Buffalo Bills started their drive. Renee Thompson intercepted, gave the Patriots great field position. They moved down into the 25-yard line, trailing only 3-0, but Leonard Russell fumbled, and the recovery made by Cornelius Bennett, who picked it up and ran all the way back to the 27-yard line of the Patriots. And the Buffalo Bills then moved in for their first touchdown of the ball game, a Jim Kelly to Bill Brooks 4-yard touchdown pass, and here it is.
All right, Buffalo. Snaps out of the huddle. Brooks to the far side right. Beebe to the far side left. Reed in the slot. Thomas the lone running back. Tight end is right. 3rd and goal. Kelly to throw. Looks. Fires. Touchdown, Buffalo. Completed on the right side to Bill Brooks.
That took place with 6:09 to go in the first half, and the Buffalo Bills now enjoying a 10-0 lead. The Patriots came right back, starting at their own 20-yard line. They punched it out to midfield, and on a very gutsy call of 4th and about a yard, they were on their side of the 50-yard line. It was kind of hard to figure out exactly what the Patriots were trying to do, trailing 10-0. They gambled, and here's what happened.
Gash the fullback, offset left half is Russell. Buffalo with an 8-man front. Bledsoe on 4th down and 1. They give us to no one. It's a play-action fake. Pass is complete left sideline to Ben Coates. Down the sideline at the 40, 35, 30. Ben is going to break it all the way. Touchdown.
What a call.
What a call by the New England Patriots. Drew Bledsoe's first National Football League touchdown.
So 54 yards covered on that 4th down play. Ben Coates scoring the touchdown. The score now 10-7. Time running out in the first half. Less than 3 minutes. Back come the Buffalo Bills. They started at their own 20. Got to midfield, and then Andre Reed on the receiving end of this 41-yard touchdown pass from Jim Kelly.
Kelly taking him on a 2-minute drill. Takes the direct snap. Back to throw. Looks. Over the middle it goes. It is caught on a crossing pattern by Andre Reed. On his feet at the 20. Breaks a tackle inside the 15. He's going to go all the way in for a touchdown. He broke 3 or 4 tackles on that touchdown pass from Jim Kelly.
The conversion by Steve Christie is good, and the halftime score then 17-7. Patriots postgame show continues in a moment on the New England Patriots Radio Network.
Patriots Game Day, the post-game show continues. Back to Gil Santos and Gino Capoletti.
Buffalo Bills leading at the half 17-7. Patriots kicked off to Buffalo to start the second half, and they just stopped Buffalo's offense cold right at their own 20-yard line as Scott Sisson once again kicking them out of the end zone. And in doing so, forcing the Buffalo Bills to punt inside their own 20. They get great field position at the 41, their own 41, and Drew Bledsoe hits Leonard Russell with a short pass. They get the ball across midfield. Sam Gash runs it down to the 39. And then a penalty gives them the ball at the 30-yard line or thereabouts. They continue to pound the ball in there. Leonard Russell getting yeoman's work. And then they wind up at the 2-yard line. And with early stages of the third quarter, the Patriots scored this touchdown.
Bledsoe calling signals. McMurtry goes in motion to the left. Bledsoe's back to throw. Looks, fires, end zone, touchdown to Greg McMurtry. Drew Bledsoe off nifty play action, spotted McMurtry and drills it into the end zone with a 2-yard touchdown pass.
So they narrow the gap to 3 points as the Buffalo lead now 17-14, and the Patriots certainly in this ball game. So they kick off to Buffalo once again out of the end zone, forcing them to start their offense at the 20-yard line. First down, they slam them right down, shut them down cold. But on second down, Tim Goad gets caught across the line of scrimmage. Encroachment is called. It brings it out to the 25. Thurman Thomas then runs it out to the 31. They get a first down, and they get their offensive rhythm going a little better. And with that, they were able to get the ball out from deep in their own territory out to midfield. And there was an exchange of punts. And then Buffalo's offense once again getting untracked as they started at their 25, marched it out across midfield, and then Jim Kelly hits Andre Reed with this 22-yard touchdown pass early in the fourth period.
Buffalo going left to right in the fourth quarter with the wind at their backs. Beebe to the far side left. Reed is in the left side slot to the near side right. Brooks. Kelly back to throw. Rolls to his left. Looks. Fires to the end zone. Caught. Touchdown, Andre Reed.
So that made the score 24-14. Before we continue, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the New England Patriots Radio Network.
This is Gary LaPierre. Join Deb Lawler and me tomorrow morning for news, weather, and traffic on the threes. WBZ's Morning News and New England's station for news. WBZ, Boston.
We're in the fourth period now, and the Patriots trailing 24-14. They start this next drive after the ensuing kickoff at their 30-yard line. A pass goes out to Leonard Russell, and in his attempt to get away from the defender, the ball is stripped loose, and the Buffalo Bills recover, getting possession at the 31. Thurman Thomas pounds it on 3 successive carries down to the 12-yard line, the 14-yard line, and with 11:08 on the clock, Jim Kelly once again looking for Andre Reed, who beats Rod Smith.
Reed in the slot to the near side right. Brooks 3rd and 4. Play action. Kelly back to throw. Floats it. End zone. Touchdown. Andre Reed. Falling down at the goal line was Rod Smith.
That made the score 31-14 as time was now going against the Patriots. They narrowed it down to 3, but now the score already up to 31-14. Patriots 3 downs and out as they punt out to Russell Copeland, who has other ideas.
Coming down to Copeland at the 45-yard line, heading to the right to the Patriot 40. It spins off a hit. Belly's back to the left. The 40, 35, 30. He's going to go all the way. Russell Copeland, 47-yard punt return. And the wheels are falling off the Patriots wagon now.
So that touchdown coming with 8:30 to go in the ball game, making it 38-14. The wheels had come off. It was all over, but the shouting, and the Buffalo Bills emerged victorious 38-14. Patriots postgame show continues in a moment on the New England Patriots Radio Network.
Patriots Game Day, the post-game show continues. Back to Gil Santos and Gino Capoletti.
Back at a rapidly emptying out and almost empty Ridge Stadium in Buffalo, where 80,000 fans watch the 3-time defending champion Bills get off to a flying start in the 93 season. 38-14 the final over the Patriots as Buffalo put this one away with 3 unanswered fourth quarter touchdowns. The two teams went into the fourth quarter, Buffalo leading 17-14, and everybody getting pretty excited about, gee, maybe the Patriots might have a chance to pull one off here if they can remain close to the fourth quarter. But it was not to be, and as Gino and I both said a couple of times, the wheels just completely fell off the wagon in the fourth quarter with a fumble being turned into one touchdown a few plays later, a punt return for a touchdown, just some pretty sloppy play in that fourth quarter by the Patriots. Before we go any further, it's time now for the Shawmut play of the game. Gash the fullback, offset left half is Russell. Buffalo with an 8-man front. Bledsoe on 4th down and 1. The give is to no one. It's a play-action fake. Pass is complete left sideline to Ben Coates. Down the sideline at the 40, 35, 30. Ben is going to break it all the way. Touchdown.
What a call.
What a call by the New England Patriots. Drew Bledsoe's first National Football League touchdown. Join Scott Wally and Alan Siegel tomorrow night for the Monday Night Quarterback Show from the Dockside Saloon in Boston. Quarterback Drew Bledsoe will be there in person. The first person to call and correctly identify the Shawmut play of the game wins a pair of tickets to the next Patriots home game, which will be next Sunday afternoon. The home opener, September 12th, against the Detroit Lions of Wayne Fonts and run and shoot fame, and they were doing a tune on Atlanta earlier today. Ended up winning the ball game, did they, Gino?
There'll be a pride of them coming, won't there?
A pride of Lions will be coming. That's exactly right, Gino. This one here today, strange game in that the Patriots, through the first three quarters, were very much in it and very much playing a good football game, both offensively and defensively for the most part. And then the fourth quarter, the kinds of things that good teams can do, and that is when they've got an opponent reeling a little bit, really put them away, and that's what the Bills did. And the kinds of things that happen to a team that is struggling to find its identity and then, get some experience and start to turn the corner from 2-14 last year. But in that fourth quarter, the kinds of things that happen to teams that are not good all happened to the Patriots.
Yeah, they showed some flashes, and I guess that's what you got to go on. And as far as being hopeful that they can kind of get it going and put it together and give you a nice season of football. But it's a season of development. It's a season of growing together. It's a season of improving, and trying to get up into that echelon where you can now really be not only competitive but a contender. And that's going to take some time.
Oh yeah.
Drew Bledsoe, you could see a little bit of the nervousness at first with that first series, but then he kind of settled down a little bit. I saw some of his football instincts take over as far as the game is concerned. Some good, some a little questionable, throwing off his back foot, throwing a little quick, throwing a little prematurely. A couple of times the receivers weren't really making their break at the proper time. So I saw a little bit of the timing between the quarterback and receiver start to wane a little bit as the game went on, when it really requires even more poise. Yeah. So, we saw some things there that are going to need some improvement on, and I'm sure that they'll go right at it. But they also showed that they have some deficiencies that they have to be concerned about right now. And I'm talking about, first of all, the punting today was not up to par with the wind or against the wind. And, even though you're against the wind, you got to know how to handle that ball and get it out of there. And I think Mike Saxon just did not punt up to par today. So that's going to be a concern, because if that continues, they might have to look at something there. The tackling was below par. Andre Reed, on that touchdown run that he made, just shed off 4 or 5 tacklers, or guys that should have made the tackle. And I saw some other poor tackling at the line of scrimmage for Thurman Thomas. A lot of times a good running back will make tacklers look bad, but this was really just some poor tackling. And on the punt return, actually, they should have had him, Copeland.
Yes.
He sprung loose and he got away, and then there were some poor efforts to get to him down the sideline. So the tackling showed a little bit of a deficiency. And now then we go to fumbles. Leonard Russell fumbled twice, and both of those fumbles resulted in Buffalo touchdowns.
That's right.
They turned it right around. And these were the kind of fumbles that, it wasn't really a crisp tackle or anything like that. It's just maintaining possession of that ball at all times, and that's primary, especially for a running back. When he gets stripped of the ball, boy, it better be a kind of a blow that really just separates everybody and anything from the ball, and that wasn't the case with his 2 fumbles. And then we have to go to the center position. I think there has to be a concern there, because the shotgun formation is certainly a big part of the Patriots' offense. They're going to use the shotgun. There's only 1 or 2 teams that I know in the National Football League that don't use the shotgun, the San Francisco 49ers being one of them. But for whatever reason, if you have the shotgun, you have to have a guy that can snap that ball back and yet
look forward and make all the blocks and see exactly what he's facing. And Bill Lewis threw 2 errant snaps back there, and both of those snaps were costly as well. So, these are some concerns, and I think some deficiencies that I think have to be corrected.
The Coors Light player of the game, a young man who really deserves it. I thought he played a terrific ball game, was Sam Gash. He ran well, he blocked well, he caught the ball. He's just a good football player. He got them several crucial first downs on one of their touchdown drives. I think it was the second one. And just overall played a very fine ball game, and I think deserves the Coors Light Patriot player of the game. That's Sam Gash.
And it was nice to see Bruce Armstrong come back.
Yeah, play strong.
To the spot where he suffered that tough injury last year, forcing him to snap his 84 straight consecutive games of starting, and that took place right here on this field. So to come back here and pick up where he had left off last year was a good sign to see. Although he had a little tough time a couple of times with Bruce Smith, but Bruce Smith, of course, is not anybody that you can take lightly.
No.
But having him get back into action when it was full speed, full scale, such as this game was today, was good to see. But he's got a little ways to go to get back to the form that he had played at before.
Patriot fan Shawmut Bank is turning Patriots points into dollars this season. For each point scored by the Patriots this year, Shawmut will donate $100 to the NeighborWorks Network's neighborhood housing services in southern New England. Today, the Patriots scored 14 points. That means $1,400 for NeighborWorks. NeighborWorks Network's neighborhood housing services in southern New England. Next Sunday afternoon, the Patriots will be hosting the Detroit Lions at Foxborough in the home opener. And as mentioned a couple times during the game, there are about 7,000 tickets remaining for that game to see Barry Sanders and the quick strike Detroit Lion offense. Now, this broadcast has been presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the New England Patriots, the National Football League, and Westinghouse Broadcasting is prohibited. Once again, our final score, the Buffalo Bills 38, the Patriots 14. That wraps it up from Buffalo. For Gino Cappelletti, Alan Siegel, and Tom Cuddy, this is Gil Santos reminding you next Sunday afternoon, the Patriots meet the Detroit Lions at Foxborough. Thank you for listening, and good afternoon. This is the New England Patriots Radio Network.
You have been listening to the Johnson Collection.